Hello, everybody. This is Casey here to do spiritual chat tonight. Sorry, I'm running a little late. Okay, let me invite a couple people here. How's everybody doing this week? Okay, let's see. Whoop, 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 whoop. Where is everybody? There's that one. Hold on, everybody. We'll have a couple extra guests tonight. Okay. Now we'll get back to it. Hi, Jack. How are you tonight? Hey, Crystal. Looks like Jack's in a good mood tonight. So how was your week, Jack? Yesterday was Crystal's birthday. So we all need to say happy birthday to her. Absolutely horrible. Oh, hon. I'm sorry. So what else is possible? What grand and glorious adventure can we send to Jack for this weekend?
Am I here? I'm here.
Yes, you're here.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Bien, muy bien.
Jack, you should come in for a few minutes. Level 42 badass. Come in and just say hi for a few minutes. Happy birthday, Crazy Crystal, he said. Okay.
Thank you, Jack. Let me mute myself for a quick. Where'd it go?
Okay, I'm just shuffling cards for the energy for the week.
Okay. I'll get my friend wants to come. I'm gonna send him the channel.
I put it on Messenger.
Okay.
Got a couple topics to work on tonight. One is learning to, okay, not giving your energy away. And another is spiritual cleansing. So, yeah.
Yes, I am super stoked about talking about the energetic cleansing because, holy diver, we all need that, don't we?
Yes, especially lately.
Yeah. Yeah, the energies have been kind of crazy. Whoopster, how you been?
I'm sick. The universe adding salt to the whipping. Oh my God.
Getting a bunch of salt, are you?
Ugh.
Saturn's getting ready to go into Pisces, so
that's part of it. Is it Pluto also changing signs? And
Pluto's going into Aquarius, yeah. And Mercury is also going to Pisces.
So anytime, because I know I've been listening, anytime any planet changes signs, there's major shifts in things. But with Pluto changing, he said to watch out for major explosions and arguments and all kinds of stuff. So.
Right, exactly. And well, I mean, Mars has been in Gemini for a while now, and it's been a really wonky energy. Mars usually doesn't stay that long in a sign. It usually only takes a couple of months. And it's been there since like, what is it, November or some shit? It's been there for a while. So that energy has been kind of but that's getting ready to change too. So that'll be a nice thing.
And we all need to send some. We all need to send healing energy to Star's mom. Things are this little hell raiser raising hell and making people aware of stuff and shifting and changing things big time. Hi, Brent. How are you?
Hi, that's my friend.
Hey, Brent. Welcome.
Yeah,
Okay.
welcome to Spiritual Chat. This is Casey. She's one of my mentors. And then Woofster there in the chat. I can't see the chat right now, so Casey usually hollers out so and so saying something.
That's fine. You can drive and listen all you want, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Or you can hop on. You don't have to have a camera on or whatever. It's up to you. She's gonna do an energy reading collectively for here, and then we're gonna talk about like I was telling you earlier, that I had, put together a class about energetic stuff. Casey and I actually worked on that together. And it's like empathic, like energy hygiene, basically, tools for empaths. So we're gonna go over some of those tonight too.
So Jack is the master of he's the knower of all religions and the master of none.
Jack is a wealth of knowledge, but he never comes on live.
Nope. He won't share his knowledge with us.
Once in a while, he'll get up here. I call him Worcester.
Natal
thing.
Saturn, 16 degrees, grand water trine with Sun and Neptune, immutable T-cross. Jupiter and Uranus with Pluto. Saturn kicks my butt on a regular basis. So something's working in my favor because I actually went to a new cardiologist on Tuesday. I read reviews on her and they said she doesn't take time to talk to you. And I said, I'm going to go check her out, see how she is. She spent an hour and a half. So that was interesting. So the universe is, I think, is sending me in the right direction. And then Tuesday, I got some things done. And Tuesday, I also got into other medicine that I think is going to help too. So, yeah.
Well, I am grateful for that. Your health is important to me.
Oh.
I know it's important to you, too.
I'm sorry, Crystal. I didn't mean to scare you like that earlier.
You did scare me a little bit. I mean, obviously, if I'm going to tell Star, hey, can you check on Casey? I think she's getting ready, but I don't know. I can't feel her right.
So the thing is, Jack, we know everything. We are everything, but what do we allow ourselves to have? And you have a little bit of knowledge about a lot of different things, and it's probably I keep encouraging you to write a little book, Jack.
What do you say? He doesn't know anything?
Yeah. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, happy birthday. If it's I don't know if I read it right, but a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. It was yesterday, yeah, but thank you. I appreciate that. How are you?
I am doing pretty okay. I'm pretty good. I don't know. It's been a range of emotions today, but yeah, I've been going. I am personally in a 111 beginning of a new
cycle,
transition in life or whatever. But how are you?
Yeah,
I'm great. I'm superb, supreme, and stupendous. Give yourself grace. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
How's your house coming, Kelly?
I wish I could hear better.
Headphones are good if you have them.
She had a bunch of water pipes break.
Oh, my goodness.
What the heck? Okay, I'm going to do the reading for the week real quick, okay?
Okay, I'll mute.
Seven of Cups. There's lots of things going on, lots of potential, lots of options going on for all of us. There's a lot. I kind of seeing like the 7 cups going in a circle. It's like rounding up the wagons here, you know. I don't know what's going on, but there's a new day dawning, a new energy coming in. Okay, we're going to talk about some of that tonight, Jack. Okay, but the Strength card, you know, one of the things I think about the Strength card is making peace with your own shadow side. Okay, making peace with the beast. By shining love, compassion, and gentleness on the shadow side, on our fears, our illusions, on the things that we think are holding us back, can shift the energy big time, right? But there's a new day dawning. Okay, everybody's been on hold for a long time, dealing with all the stuff that's been coming up, you know. But I do show that there's a shift, and there's some people coming together in that's going to bring some happier times coming in. I do show forward movement. Twice. Forward movement. You don't have control yet, but there is forward movement. There's a need for balance, but it's definitely forward movement. And then I have the Empress. There's lots and lots of possibility out there. So we start out with the cups with possibilities and stuff, and the Empress is pregnant with possibilities. You know, tap into that loving, gentle, nurturing side of yourself. Just like I was saying, I chose not to buy into what they were saying about that doctor, and my experience was totally different than theirs, you know. So it's just a different way of stepping back and looking at things from a different perspective. Okay.
Nice. I love that. That's so on point too.
And Jack says, yeah, with a little bit of knowledge has been a reason for stupid choices. See, Jack, that's one of the reasons why I tell people the yes-no technique. Because sometimes you got to tap in with that little antenna called your body.
Always check in with your body.
And see if it's true or not.
Yes. Absolutely.
Because, you know, how many times, and yeah, we'll talk about this off and on all night, but how many, okay, what happens when you ask somebody to do a reading for you? You're inviting them into your energy field, okay? So make sure that you trust the person that you're asking a reading from. And another is, don't give your power away. Okay, check in with yourself with some of the things that they've told you. That's why I tell you, question everything, even what I tell you, know, because they may be interpreting something they're seeing or feeling based on who they are rather than the message that you need to hear. Okay, so sometimes things can be misinterpreted unintentionally. So always check in with your body, which is your own personal antenna.
Absolutely.
Light or heavy. You know, that's huge.
Absolutely. If your body is rejecting something, then you really need to listen to that. Now, you know, there is, you know, like I suffer from social anxiety. So, you know, going to the store and shit like that gets tough for me. You know, sometimes I just pull up, but I don't go in, you know. But that is also part of my soul, and it's some of my unhealed trauma. I've worked through a lot of it. I mean, that's what this show is all about. But what I learned this last tower was this beautiful way of giving myself grace and accepting myself regardless. And it really made a big difference. Hi, Joe.
Yo.
Hello.
How's it going?
Okay.
It's going great. How are you?
I'm here. Trucking along.
Nice.
What's our topic today, Casey?
Okay.
Energetic hygiene,
Yeah,
empathic protection, that kind of stuff.
empathic protection, not giving your power away, double checking. Be aware of how you people you allow into your energy. Uh,
How
and
does your body feel? Check in
and
with your body.
yes, always check in with your body.
Check in with yourself. Absolutely.
I okay. I did yell at Star for, for a couple days now. I told her, Star, we cannot help you if you do not let us know what's going on. The mom's in the hospital right now. Okay. She jumped all over the doctors. She told him, why is it that she goes downhill every time she comes to the hospital, but when she's home, she's thriving. Okay, she's getting, well, not thriving, but she's getting better. So she jumped all over 4 nurses and 3 doctors and didn't even let her mom's doctor know that she was in the hospital. He was 50 tied today. So uh, they're 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 going they're kind of reversing some of the things that they said before, a couple things, but they're going to work on building her up. Her doctor is not happy. And you know how Star is. She's going to be the little bulldog and she's going to go for the throat. So,
I'm over here cracking up about that. I hope she comes in tonight. I miss her.
I know. Yeah, because she's not going to let this go. But I told her, if you don't let us know what's going on, there's nothing we can do to contribute. It's funny because I messaged her and then Teardrops messaged me because that's why I've been feeling, ask Joe, I've been talking about this all week. I've been feeling uneasy all week. And I knew most of it wasn't mine, and I keep sending it back and still feeling uneasy. So I finally messaged Star, and she goes, well, that's me, and I'm probably picking it up from my mom. Okay. But I keep telling her, we cannot help you and your mom if you don't let us know what the heck's going on. We're over here trying to teach your mom how to receive. What are you doing?
I have a question.
Go ahead, hon.
Quick question, totally off topic, but it will only take a second if that's okay.
That's fine.
Okay, the crystals in my house, are those completely destroyed, or can I like wash them or something? And
You can cleanse them. I would use salt water. You can
Put
even
them out
bury
on
them.
a.
Put them
You
in
can.
full moon.
I was just gonna say the full moon,
Absolutely.
and
You
then
can.
I'd also put them out in the sun afterwards.
Yeah.
Do a complete
Absolutely.
cycle.
It'll cleanse them and then recharge them. And you can even bury them in the dirt, and it'll absorb a lot of that. All of that, actually. It gets recycled by Mother.
yeah, I can't really do that up here. I'm in Maine.
You
Not
can do
currently
it in a
anyway.
bottom drain if you want, but in the earth is best. I mean, if you can't, well, salt water works. Yeah, selenite. Don't put your selenite in salt water. It will dissolve. And desert rose too. There are forms of gypsum
This
actually.
is the only crystal that does not need to be cleansed, but it cleanses other crystals.
Yeah, the selenite.
Yeah.
It's
The
like
selenite you just charge in the sun.
Yeah.
yeah. Don't get it wet.
Okay.
It's not soluble. And there's a few others too, but those two are pretty bad. Like, don't do it if you like your crystals.
You
Okay.
can actually program a crystal. Say if you have a big crystal, a crystal bowl or something, you could actually go in and ask your angels to program your crystal to whenever the other crystals are laying in it, they're being cleansed and
Really,
clean.
Zig?
Yeah. So
Interesting. Thank you for sharing. I mean, I know about crystal grids and everything, but honestly, it's
If you want more research on that, I have a friend. Her name's Dawn. She's been on lives with my friend Jakara, who's been on here. The Blooming Lotus. You can go to her channel and catch some of those lives.
Yeah.
She's been doing a lot of lives with her lately. She just did one on Pisces crystals, which I made some venturine.
Did some on crystal grids also. It's a blooming lotus tarot.
Yeah.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah,
Just blooming lotus.
and you can clear with sage also. Sometimes I just either take my crystals and my cards and I call in all the light beings, all the angels, everything to clear and cleanse the energy and reprogram it for only love, healing, the light, all this stuff. I can't think of it all right now.
Yeah.
All energy. Everything is energy.
Absolutely.
What's your intent with it,
Exactly. It is all about intentions.
Look at Joe.
That's something that I think people get confused about a lot of times. The word prayer, I use the word prayer all the time, but to me, prayer is the highest form of setting intentions.
Yes.
It's the purest form of it too.
Prayer is also one of the most overdone and widely controversial spiritual topics, because a lot of people pray in the completely the wrong manner.
Right. Well, I mean, who's to say if it's the wrong manner? Everybody has their own truth.
You're funny, Ashley. I know he's laying down, Ashley. You can tell.
Am I missing some? I need to find my other phone and
his wife is being the peanut calorie.
So Ziggy just farted really badly.
I know, my sister.
And it's pretty raunchy right now. Like it's the whole Ziggy is our dog, a little Maltese, and it's raunchy. Like my eyes are it's probably one of the 5 worst dog farts I've ever smelled in my adult life.
If your eyes are watering, that is a small pause.
I told you start giving him a couple tablespoons of pumpkin every day. That may shift it.
And Ashley's nose are congested, so she can't smell it. But I will tell you, it's raunchy. It's so bad YouTube would censor it if I described the smell.
Oh my gosh. Hey, have you guys been noticing that all the creators' views are down on YouTube too? Well, I've noticed a lot, especially tarot channels. But Minopond was saying, it's not just tarot channels. He knows some other creators that, their views are down too.
Well, I know the views for the spiritual chat have been going down about 20, 25 people, but by the end of the week, it's usually up. Well, yeah, it's still about 20, 25 down, but we still get up to at least 100 views within the week. So they're going back and watching it anyway. And Jack says Chihuahua farts, and he put it face up. I thank God my dog is not like that.
Chihuahuas are out of all the dogs, they have the biggest attitude. They are land piranhas. Like,
can I ask one last question?
Sorry. That's what we're here for.
Okay. I'm in, as you know, I'm in that, I'm like at an extended hotel thing. And my question is, do any of you have any knowledge of any channels that have a good recipe for like smudge spray? Because they can't obviously smudge in this room because they'd probably kick us out. But I'm wanting to smudge, like, not smudge my room, but like literally like cleanse and clear my air, energy type thing in the room.
Yeah. Let's see.
I want to make some.
I think lavender is always a good reset. Frankincense is sometimes a good reset. Palo Santo. But if you can't, you can get an oil. You can get sage oil too.
Palo Santo is your best option.
Yeah,
Because most people don't understand what the hell the smell of Palo Santo is.
right.
You're-
Because it smells very incensey. It's a type of wood, and just make sure that you're getting it from an ethical source.
Patty
Yeah.
says holy water, yeah.
Yeah,
With my
don't pick it up from Walmart.
with my luck, it would spit off the fire. What do you call them? The fire uh detectors.
Yeah.
The fire alarms.
I did order some Palo Santo essential oil.
Yeah, you can get sage and essential oil. You can get Palo Santo and essential oil, and I think sage is fairly cheap in an essential oil too. I'd say it's probably less than $10 for an ounce. Probably
Yeah.
6 or
Yeah.
7. With inflation,
Well,
probably
see,
like $8-9 something.
because I'm sensitive to smoke and stuff. Hey, Lance, a lot of times I buy a sage spray and mix it with some alcohol or some water and spray down the whole house, you know.
Thank you for sharing, everybody. I appreciate it.
Well, that's what we're
Hey,
here.
absolutely. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask. There's no gatekeeping here.
Yeah. Lance said, hi, Kelly.
Hi, Lance.
Here, hello.
So again, we're going to talk about spiritual cleansing. We'll talk about how not to give your power away or to be aware when you're opening up your energy field, okay? How to test to see if that's true for you or not based on what people's interpretations and stuff are. So, yeah. Alban says Whole Foods has sage for $10.
Nice.
So, it's because I had a couple people this week have had incidents to where I know people that have had readings and made misjudgments on some of the things that they've been told on the readings because they're not they're listening to the interpretation and the person that's interpreting it according to their point of view.
Yeah, what I was gonna say. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
What I was gonna say about that is that, from my experience, there's two ways to read. You can connect directly to source, or you could connect to the person that you're reading. If you connect to the person that you're reading, then you're also going to connect to the people's energy by proxy of that. So it won't necessarily connect directly to the other energies that are around them, but a lot of times it's based on their energy with them or their opinion about it. If that makes sense. Now, if you connect directly to source, you can pick up all the energies. But I've noticed that with a lot of tarot readers, they'll connect with the person, and then it's based off the energies around them
Yeah, so I think that
through their experience.
I think that's why sometimes that, I was doing readings for like 6 hours because I wasn't connecting to the person. I was connecting to source and bringing the energy across, But anytime you ask anybody for a reading, you are opening up your energy field.
Yeah,
So
and
make sure that you
get
trust
it.
the person that you're asking for a reading.
I'm not saying that connecting directly to a person's energy that it's not accurate.
Right.
I'm saying that a lot of the energies around them are based on their experience with them, maybe, and so it has a little bit of difference on it. You're gonna get the Pierce reading when you connect from source.
Yes.
And I've done a shit ton of vetting, so I've really kind of felt this out.
Yes.
I'm not an expert by any means, but I have a little bit of experience, and I really love to share my knowledge if it's going to be helpful to anyone else. Well, even if it's not, I talk a lot, but
But we all need to hear it,
right. I truly just hope and believe that perhaps it can help someone somewhere. Yeah, it's all about ripples for me. You guys know that.
Yeah.
I just want to put the things in the world.
Well, share what you can.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it's, but but we need to make sure that. So Joe dropped up. Jack says place a bundle of sage in salt water with 10% alcohol or vodka.
Ringing bells clear the energy too.
Yeah, ideally on new moons, store dry, cool place, sealed in a spray bottle for 3 days, no odor, residue, or negative energy. Yeah, because I actually have a bottle of vodka in the back of the car, and my daughter was getting some because I want to make some vanilla. Somebody gave me some vanilla beans, and I don't drink. My daughter goes, "Mom, why do you have a bottle of vodka in the back of your car?"
You out there getting smashed, Casey?
It's like, Mom.
That's funny. So
Was,
some fresh Madagascarian vanilla.
yeah. I keep forgetting to bring the bottle in and do that. Yeah.
Bought any vanilla beans in a long time. They were like $9 a piece last time I looked. It's been a while though.
Yeah. Well, when I looked last year at Costco, pure vanilla for a bottle was like $40. Now it's down to about $15 a bottle now. Yeah, it went kind of crazy for a while.
Everything's a little crazy though. And so am I, so that's okay.
Damn inflation.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I am all about the barter system, you guys. I don't know. I haven't been in for a couple weeks. I've been working on inner work stuff. But I don't know if you guys were in here before when I was talking about it. I found that barter up. And then there's another one I found. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to look and see if I can find the link, and I'll pop it in the chat after a while. But I really, truly believe that the barter system is going to be really helpful for a lot of people. And I mean, like I seen this girl get a printer for some focaccia bread.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you have. You might have something that someone else needs, and they might have something that you need or want. That's what society is all about anyway. But I think that we've long deviated away from actually being a society and actually being, community.
Exactly. See, Jack says Smirnoff French vanilla vodka. He loves it.
That sounds good, actually. Man, I should have went to the liquor store today. I didn't even have a drink for my birthday. Mom took me to lunch. I thought about going. I haven't really been feeling. I've wanted to be in my body. I wanted to be like within my own stuff. I mean, you guys know I have a very spotted past with my addictions and whatnot. So, yeah, like it's rare, but now I don't want to be out of my head. I actually like the space that I've created inside there.
Hey, Jano.
Hey, Jano.
Yeah, it's snowing here a little bit now. Joe, is it snow down there?
It was not yet. It's just really cold.
Yeah, because we had about 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, it's cold.
Who else here? Is it just Worcester?
But you live out in the country, though. That's why.
Jano, Alban, Lance, are you still here?
Alban.
Yeah, whatever reality is for those who can't handle their weed. Jano says it's too cold here. Well, yeah.
I did get a hold of some tincture. Calm down, Jack. Calm down. I got the sativa and the indica, but it ain't doing much. I had this tree sap recently that kicked ass.
I miss my indicas.
You miss what?
They put me in my indicas.
And the couch. That's what I always call it that. Hell yeah. I'm glad you call it that. Because that's what it does. So TV is your daytime thing, and then indicas, in the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Because about gone.
I know. I always like hybrids. I like hybrids a lot better though.
My kids keep saying they're going to give me a gluten-free, dairy-free edible, and I said, I don't think so.
You gotta
I
come
think
on live when you do.
I would pay. I would pay to see that.
Well, somebody dared me years
That would
ago.
be. We're gonna do a live, Casey. We're gonna do a live.
For sure.
I'll bring you. I'll bring it, and we'll do a live.
I'll get some edibles. Let's do this.
Somebody gave me a challenge, probably about, I don't know, maybe 6 years ago. To do readings on New Year's Eve and to drink.
No.
So I was trying the elderberry wine. Oh, that has some pretty high alcohol content in it.
Ooh, I bet.
Oh, didn't taste bad, and it went to my head right away, and I'm kind of woozy and thinking, oh my God, I can't do this. It was interesting because the second I started doing readings, it was gone. It was gone.
But you shouldn't drink in divine in general.
Yeah.
That's a lot easier for the lower vibrational entities to come into your
Exactly.
doing that.
You don't remember, Casey, the party we went to where I had edibles, and I started doing readings for everybody
I remember that.
with Sarah.
Yes. Yes.
Except nobody told me that they were edibles till about an hour in.
Smoking some hybrid indica dominate with 32% THCA with 7% CBD. Jack would be an expert at that. And Ashley says, you all preach about it. So your now husband gets yourself and him locked out of the house. But
One time, okay.
But did you smoke with him that time too, Ashley? Oh no.
That's a fun story. Story.
I've just always been funny. I don't know. I just never have liked cigarettes. Never have. Of course, my first husband was an alcoholic, and that man was just dark anyway. And because with his drinking, I think he used. I had shadows walking through my house. I actually think that some shadows showed up the night before I was flying out to Arizona. I think they were trying to warn me not to go. But that man was dark. His sister even made a comment one time that even his aura was dark and black. Your device is not connected, Kelly. Yeah.
I wonder where I did put my other phone anyway.
My youngest son wanted me to do some mushrooms.
Yes, for sure. You think you're expansive now, and I think you're expansive now. So I'm not dogging you. I'm just saying. You will open your mind.
Oh my God.
I highly suggest it. Even just a little bit. You could overdose it. It'd be really, really, really good. I tell you what, the last time I did it, I instantly felt like I would send it. I knew I leveled up right then. Like I was like, shit.
Well, one of my grandsons, when he was working for one of his bosses, his boss bought some of that stuff that makes you experience dying. What's the name of that stuff?
What, ayahuasca?
No, it wasn't ayahuasca. It's something IH or something. I don't know. Huh?
DMT?
Yeah. He
So,
goes, you need to do that with me. I said, oh, no.
So ayahuasca releases DMT in the brain. You have DMT naturally in the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had interesting. He was some of the stuff that he saw scared me. He never told me everything he saw, but he did say he ended up in a room and there was like a blue gray bean that had like a robe wrapped around it, and he kept walking all the way around it, and all he saw was the blue gray robe.
So you can even look up on YouTube. The DMT elves are a thing. A whole lot of people, when they do DMT, see a race of other beings, and they've been described as elves. They're usually like gray blue, I think.
And
Something.
it's interesting because I told him, I said the reason you couldn't see him is because you weren't supposed to be there yet. So yeah.
Yeah, DMT. You will. They call it blasting off, and you do. When I lived in Denver, I did a whole lot of
There's a gal that there's a were you well no you weren't there. There's a group of a healing group down in Castle Rock, and it's a I actually started the Facebook for it, but they get together once a month. And one of the gals came in, and she an avatar, huh? Yeah, it's still not showing Kelly. Um, she was attached to a group of people that had somebody that put you through all kinds of classes and stuff in order to do ayahuasca.
ayahuasca. Yeah,
Rock,
it's used ceremonially.
yeah,
That's the way it should be used. That's I abused that shit back in the day, but
my God.
anything like that, it's strictly for a spiritual experience. I do use a little bit of tincture these days, just well.
Yeah, Jack says there's a reason for the expression spirits in the bottle. And it's interesting because my oldest son said he did some research on the jinn. Okay. He says the jinn are the evilest beings of all. And
What?
the jinn.
DJ
Who?
DJINN, the jinn, like genie.
JINN. Like the genie in the bottle, only they're called jinn.
The jinn. Yeah.
And they're very, very strong negative spirit beings that attach to people that drink a lot. I swear to God, they were all over my first husband.
I think my wife messaged you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So I asked her to pull some cards for me.
Do some card readings real quick.
She got the Hocus Pocus deck.
Yep. This
Oh,
fun
nice.
little pip deck.
Let's check it out. We can do our energetic stuff in a little bit.
And I got the tower.
You freed yourself from chaos.
I freed myself from chaos, so I think that's a sign I got my job today.
Well, that's what's happening with these. We've been talking about this all week, Joe. That's what's happening. We're moving those signs, and it's causing a tower moment for a lot of people. And as it's changing signs, it's causing tower moments for everybody. But it's also letting go. And we've been talking about this all week. Letting go and trusting in what's coming in.
Did you know that your friend refuses to listen?
Which
Me.
Oh, I know. You've always been resistant.
And then you got a card though.
Yep, and I need to be selfish. Sometimes.
What card
Once
is
in a while, we need to be. I had to be recently.
Sometimes you have to withdraw your energy from situations, and that's what Crystal's been doing about the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm ready to. I'm emerging. I'm ready. Yeah, the divine was like, sit your ass down, shut the hell up, and listen for a minute.
I don't know anything about drugs, so you guys are gonna have to interpret this to me. Jack says I did 10 hits, 4-way window pane,
You talk about LSD.
an Oz of mushrooms, and 3 peyote buttons. I lost 3 weeks of
An
my life.
ounce? Jesus. That's more than a heroic dose, boy. What?
3 weeks of my life, all I remember is some crazy as.
I just miss doing a singular dab. That's just what I miss.
Oh, I was addicted to dab for a while. I swear, it's the crack of the weed world, dude.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. Well, you have to have all the tools too, torch, and you gotta heat up your nail and yeah.
I came in funny because I remember.
There's no way Casey could ever do dabs.
Oh no! Even as a child, the doctor told my mom, "Don't let her use this nose spray too much because she'll get addicted to it." And I said, "Not using it." I was only about 5 years old. I understood the concept of addiction. I refused to use it, so it had to be past life stuff coming in, right? And I had to have my hands clean all the time. Just I've always been funny about medicines, and then researching medicines and seeing, yeah, anything that they said. Like when I went to have my knee replacement surgery, I used homeopathy rather than the pain pills because, for one thing, they make me sick, and another, I didn't want to get addicted to them. Just funny about getting addicted to anything. So it's something I came in with.
Yeah. Yeah. I did not have that for a long, long time. And now I'm like, ugh, like I'm like so dead set against anything that's gonna fuck up my path. I'm like, just not for me.
So Lance said he had a dream about the green goddess Autumn the other night. Can you tell us a little bit about the green goddess Autumn? And some messenger told me to find her in the dream. So why don't you invite her into your life? And tell us something about the green goddess Autumn. Why don't you come on live? StreamYard is blocking my camera. I wonder why. Will it let you? Well, as long as we can hear you, Kelly. Lance, why don't you come in and tell us about the green goddess? Autumn. I don't know a lot about the goddesses. I need to get my stuff together, and I need to talk about the rays and what angels are on and stuff, because we all come in on rays, on certain rays.
Yeah. I almost made you clear that statement for saying I need.
Yeah, we could catch, and it's nice when we've got somebody to catch what we're saying to make us clear stuff. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe.
Right. It is nice to have people, friends, to hold us accountable for.
Uh-huh.
Now, see, I got a story about Joe, because Joe is resistant to things that I teach him.
Oh God, here we go.
Okay.
You know what? You are resistant to things I teach you, so don't pull that with me.
She does have her moments, doesn't she?
Oh yes, she does.
I'm sure I do. But he was in his practitioner classes one time, and he was telling one of his teachers about me, and I think Joe was kind of complaining about me a little bit. Their teacher goes, "Well, I think she's a wise woman," and Joe gave me this little face like, I didn't want to hear that.
That's half of what it happened, but yes.
Okay, so we not only choose our lessons that we're going to learn, okay, our angels and our support systems and everything, Jack, but we do choose, just like the chakra colors, okay, the rainbow colors. Every time I get a reading, every time I get a reading, they're all coming up with all the rainbow colors. It's so apparently I came in on all the rays, but it's when you come in on certain rays, you also have I'm trying to remember how to phrase it. It's not so much lessons, but you bring in that energy with you also. Say if you come in with the yellow ray, that's more of a mental color. It's
Like
solar
air,
color. Yeah, it's
soul, air,
yeah, yeah. So
air
it's
sign energy, thoughts.
so why don't you ask your teachers, your totems and stuff? Ask them what color ray you came in on, Jack. If anybody could find out, you could.
I bet Jack came in on blistering ass red. Just kidding.
Um,
Kelly, your camera was working a minute ago.
Yeah, it was.
I know, but it's hard to hear sometimes. Like it kind of slow. It's kind of slow with the audio sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
Might be the
I've
Wi-Fi.
yeah,
Or
I've heard so. So
So
um,
go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. I have a question on intuition. How does one raise one's vibration to the point where you can like intuitively find things, like spirit literally leads you to what you're looking for, like if it's your crystal, like a certain crystal, like crystal collection, and I won't see a stuff. I don't know.
So there's lots of ways. And so definitely meditate. Um, I was actually just thinking about meditation and see if you guys wanted to do a guided one. But um, yeah, meditation is definitely one way. Watch for the signs and synchronicities. Your guides are always with you. They're always around you. And the higher, like love, gratitude, those kinds of emotions keep your vibration raised. And as you do your healing work, you'll continue to raise too.
Mhm.
That's paramount to anybody's journey if they really are on a path of ascension or enlightenment, whatever. But to do your healing and to understand you, to become self-aware.
Know thyself.
It's freaky how I don't know what other people, what other souls' experiences in this earth plane are, but or astral plane, as I guess they call it, um, is like how the energy in the cosmos or whatever, or the universe, and each moment is different, it's like every season or every, like how the stars are aligning. I don't know anything about it, but it's like or the moon is. I don't know what how this all works, but it's like energy shifts so much and I feel so different in terms of like who I am, kind of. Does anybody relate, or am I just have I lost my mind?
Oh yeah, that's kind of valid.
We
I
shift.
think that a lot of us experience that.
That's one of the things I talk about is we shift and change every day. So our goals, our energy, everything is going to shift and change. That's why I have you focus on how far you've come rather than how far that you're going, or focusing on the finish line, because that finish line is going to shift and change every day. So, and again, focus. So, okay, we're going to do a little exercise, but focus on the gratitude. Focus on the gratitude for how far you have come. Okay. And Lance says that the green goddess comes to warn you of the dark days that are coming. But when I found her, it felt like my dark days were over. So she came as a reassurance, right, Lance? That's awesome.
Interesting.
Jack Wolf says, "Yeah, you're certifiable batshit crazy. Welcome to the club."
You talk about me, Wolfster. Good. You leaving somebody else alone.
I think he's talking about all of us. Yeah.
Good.
It's kind of funny
That
because
shit.
when they had the harmonic convergence back in 1988, I was pretty much on the beginnings of my awakening, more of the beginnings of my awakening, and they had speakers that came to talk that day. And it was funny because each one of them had come in on different rays, and they came in all, there was 7 speakers, and they all came in wearing the colors of the rays that they came on. So they were picking it up and bringing that energy with them. Yeah.
That is interesting. That's not something I really have dived into much at all. But I mean, I it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. And it's like Archangel is on the Blu-ray, you know, and I was always taught that Archangel Raphael is on the ruby red and gold ray.
So that is the color, the like an electric blue is what I get for angels.
I for Archangel Michael I get like a royal blue, and Metatron I get a lighter blue. And it took me a little, it took me, him prompting me to realize that he was in my energy field. He had to literally show me a tree and this light blue light going up to the top, and then it like explode. It's funny because I said, I had just read some stuff on the Kabbalah. I said, oh, the angel at the top of the tree of life. And then something else came in and was pointing to Metatron 2, or something came in before that. But I had 3 times that day. And then somebody called in and asked me, somebody called me and asked me something about Metatron. I said, okay, that's 3 things today over Metatron. So I know that he works with me. You know, I just, yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed for the night, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, good
You have a
seeing you.
safe night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Right. Take care.
Jack, all you have to do is ask.
Jack, you could come on live. It wouldn't kill
Come on live.
Wolfster to join the live.
Oh, let's try this. Let's try a couple things, okay? Scarlet's your color. Okay. So everybody close your eyes, relax. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth 3 times.
Something that really is nice to visualize when you do that is in with the good and out with the bad, and just imagine expelling the negativity with your breath out, and bringing in the wonderful good vibes with your breath in through your nose.
So as you're doing that, make sure you're relaxing, you're releasing all the tension. Let go of the mental tension, because a lot of times when we do the breathing techniques, we might relax some of the body, but we don't let go of some of the mental tension, okay?
Yeah, if you just focus on your breath, it's a good way to bring yourself back into your body, you know, back to, and then you can center, like bring yourself down behind your belly button, as Casey always says.
Yeah. Okay, so relax. Go into your breathing. And I ask you, first thing that pops in your head, what color ray did you come in on? And Jack, I think you came in on the green ray.
Casey, you want to drop the link in the chat just in case anybody wants to join?
Okay.
Pretty please.
I really do feel like the green ray, because as soon as I seen your question, that's the first thing that popped in my head was green, Jack. And Lance, that scarlet color would also be with gold flakes in it also. Close your eyes and look at it. and see if it's got gold flakes. Can anybody tell me what their colors are?
That was like a golden yellow, like that, but almost like with like a what's that? Ochre color. I don't know. Ochre, is that what they call it? Um,
Like a what do they call it? It makes me think of they call it a certain color that makes me think of Native Americans, and I can't an ochre
yeah,
color.
that's what yeah, ochre. Yeah, that was the very first one, and then I got some blue, some electric blue.
Who else picked up on a color?
Violet.
What color?
Violet.
Okay, got the
You
spirit.
write these down. Are we being tested, lady?
Yeah. So Jack, do the breathing technique. Breathe in and out 3 times. Relax. What color ray did you come in on?
So where'd you learn about the rays? That makes sense though, because everything is energy, and then it has frequency, vibration, a sound, different sounds, and then have you heard of the they call it a disorder, synesthesia. It's where people can they can attribute like like a color to a sound. Billie Eilish is someone famous who has it. Hey Jojo, what's up, bro Joe?
Hello, everybody.
Do that, Jojo, Jack. Jojo. Okay, I want you to close your eyes, relax, breathe in and out a few times, relax mentally, physically. I'm going to ask you a question. You tell me first thing pops into your head. And Jack, did you do it? Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and relax with each one. You could also ask for the color of the ray that you came in on to breathe in and breathe out anything that's not that color also. There's Jano. Yay.
Hey,
What's up, Jano?
not much.
Okay, so Jojo, what color ray did you come in on?
You been here a while, Jano? In the chat?
I've been in chat for a while.
Yeah? Did you do the breathing exercise? Did you get a color?
No, I didn't do the breathing exercise.
Cheating on the test, I see.
I don't know why, but I keep on getting blue.
Well, that's 6th and 7th ray.
No, I missed the breathing exercise.
Okay,
So wait, you got charts to this? You got numbers to these colors and stuff?
I have them upstairs. I have to go through the paperwork. They're in a pile. Girl, I learned this stuff back in the early 90s.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I'm having troubles remembering all this stuff.
Well, I guess it's time to dig it out. It came up.
Yeah. Jack. Okay, Jack. Close your eyes, relax a little. And did you come in on the rainbow ray?
That was the very first initial I got, and I thought, okay, it's got to be an individual ray. And then I got that ochre color, and then I got that like blue, electric blue color. So I probably should have went with the first.
Yeah, the first one's usually the first reaction. Yeah.
I know.
So Lance, did you get a color? Try it, Jano.
I wonder if I can minimize this.
How am I doing this then?
Okay, close your eyes, relax the body. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth 3 times. What color ray did you come in on?
I'm not sure what you mean by what color ray.
Don't see you're overthinking it. Don't worry about it. I want you to just pop up with a color.
Oh, okay.
Afterwards. So do it again. Relax. Relax mentally. Okay. Okay. What color ray did you come in on?
I'm thinking of like a very pale green.
Okay. You came in on
very
the green.
light.
Okay, so we come in on rays, just like the chakra colors.
Mm-hmm.
There are rays associated also with angels and the lessons we're learning and stuff. So you came in on a green ray. Crystal came in on like a. I keep thinking the ochre is like a yellow gold kind of color.
Yeah, it's like a darker yellowish gold. There's some. I don't know. It's an earthy tone too. It's like an earthy yellow.
Okay.
So I kind of get the feeling that Kelly kind of came in. It's kind of a cross between an indigo and a violet. Yeah. Jack, did you come in on a rainbow ray?
Anybody else in the chat try it out and get a color?
Lance just says chakra. No clear, no color, never see color until reaching a new location, either by travel or view. So you don't know. I still feel like it's green, Jack. I still feel like it's green. So here's another one. I'm going to ask you guys this. You don't know what I'm going to ask. Everybody, close your eyes. Relax mentally, physically. Breathe in and out 3 times. Tell me the first thing that pops in your head when I ask. What is prosperity to you?
A prosperous life to me is having fantastic connections with wonderful, amazing people and being able to not only receive but give joy and love, and to be able to just create the best ripples with the best people.
I think having true inner peace is prosperity.
Yeah, that's a big part. I think that mine is part of that.
Yeah.
For me, that's my truth though.
So since yours are kind of Jojo, I still think I'm looking at your colors and I'm kind of thinking that you're on like a purple, a blue ray more than, and it's branching out into the green and the lavender.
Green is heart chakra.
Green
Jack,
is
Jack, you're a Blu-ray instead of a CD.
So green to me is healing.
Yeah, healing too.
Prosperity, abundance, success. It's
harvest. It's
harvest.
yeah. It's
growth.
Mhm. I think it's kind of a mothering energy too, because I feel like green is very, very earth, very, very mother nature.
Yep.
The color just seemed to shift or change. Yeah. So I would think that you came in the ones that have colors that are shifted changing, like JoJo. I think JoJo, it's more of a. I think he came in on a Blu-ray, but I think when you start seeing the other colors, I think you were also expanding out into those rays a little more, also. Yeah. Scarlet. Okay, so when I meditate, I see blue. I see like I see like blue, and I see violet, and sometimes I see a little bit of orange in there also. Green is a primary color of Freya. Uh-huh. But then Archangel,
Raphael,
yeah, Archangel Raphael is on green.
and he's about healing.
Yeah.
Yep. And I know I have Raphael around me a lot.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I know where the papers are. I just need to get in there. I hope I have all 12 angels or have all 12 rays. But yeah, since it came out. Yeah, I'm down to a lot of. I used to have 2 filing cabinets full of papers of classes I had took and saved and stuff over the years, and now I'm down to just a bag.
Well, now it's time to put together your own class.
I know. Yeah.
If you feel better, if it feels better, we'll do this one together first to get you started.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay. You want to go over some of the material?
I was thinking that also. I was laying in bed in the middle of the night this morning thinking that I need to get a video made and how I would put it up to put up on Evolve. It's like, hi, I'm Casey from Casey's Spiritual Corner. I am a practitioner with Evolve. I am here to help you find.
Casey, I don't work there anymore. We could totally talk about this another time. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
We can totally talk about this another time. But you know what? I mean, I think that no matter what you do, it's going to be amazing. I think that you're overthinking it. And I think that was probably also for me.
Well, yeah, and it's funny because with the class on Tuesdays, Theon always leaves me for last because she never knows what I'm going to throw out at her. I throw out all kinds of stuff at her.
Well, you're a teacher too. You are a natural teacher. You
I
are
know.
incredible at it, and you touch so many lives, even on the small corner. But yeah, I really feel like your knowledge is so valuable that you should really do something with it, and you could really, really do something with it. You could do classes, and you'd love to teach. You would have so much fun.
Yeah.
If you practice on other people first, like practitioners and stuff, you got the platform, so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I'm here to help you find your own truth, know who you are. I was trying to word it. It's yeah, find out who you are, who your own truth is. Uh, Learn to. I don't know. I don't remember how I worded it, but I had all kinds of stuff, and I'm thinking, I know I need to do this. I'm getting a little better energetic wise, so I could sit down. And I said, I probably need to call and brainstorm with Crystal.
we can totally do that. We can sit down. We can write you a script if you want. I can give you an app. It's a prompt. It's a prompter for whenever you're recording, so that you can have it right there on your screen and read it as you want. But I'm telling you right now, from all the experience of everything and what we saw results on is when people are natural, not prompted, not okay, Drastical, I hear you. Just a minute. My three-legged dog needs to go out. Yeah, it's when you are yourself in your element. Talk to the camera like it's your best friend. Boom, Bear, I'm coming. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta help Bear outside.
Well, that's like JoJo asked me, what would you do if you had a couple $1 million? I said, I'd still teach spiritual chat. You know, that's
Exactly.
you know, that just seems to be my thing, you know. So it's yeah. Yeah. And there was somebody on TikTok today that was saying you need to, if you're hearing this, you need to know that you're awesome, that you are helping people more than you think. And it's like, I keep hearing this, so I acknowledge that it's for me. I said, because even on here, I've had people show up from 7 years ago and tell me how I had changed their lives. All I'm doing is giving you the tools. You guys are my heroes when you guys use the tools. You know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You know, so you guys are my heroes. You guys are making me feel like I am the one making a difference and making a change. You know, and there's nothing greater than that.
Hey, you are making a difference. It is nice to be able to see it happen though, and see the aha moments. You know, oh, those are so good. The aha moments.
Well, and like I said, they never know in class what I'm going to be throwing out there, and then, you know, sometimes I throw out teaching tools also in the class, so it's like, okay, but it's been on my mind all week because, you know, there needs to be some discernment in there with readings, and that's one of the reasons that I brought up giving your power away to other people, because you allow them in when you ask them for a reading. For one thing, you're allowing them into your energy. Make sure that it's somebody you can trust, and somebody that's ethical. That's
Absolutely.
You want somebody that's ethical.
Absolutely.
A lady that keeps popping up, when I did that psychic fair 2 years ago with my friend down in Colorado Springs, it was quiet, and then all of a sudden I had a line of people, and I had a little gal was pacing the floor. She says, she kept telling my friend, I gotta talk to her. I just know they led me over here. I just know I gotta talk to her. And by the time she got up there, she was like this. Her whole body was shaking like this. She's an empath. Well, her interpretation as an empath is you have to take on everything for everybody's healing. She didn't know how to release it.
Right, and a lot of them don't. That's why, you know, that really opens that nice segue. That opens the door for, you know, the energetic hygiene and why it's so important. It's imperative for empaths to be able. Oh my gosh, it was a game changer for me to be able to ground and to be able to clear my energy and put up my protection and then go into the store. Like it really is a game changer.
And this lady was amazed. She goes, "You mean I don't have to carry all that energy for people?" I said, "No, you're just a channel for them to heal it." And she cried. She cried. And so I showed her different ways to ground and protect and release it and stuff. She goes, "I just knew you were the one I needed to talk to."
I love that.
You know, and like I said, and then I'm over here, oh, universe, you're awesome. You know?
I mean, when you surrender and you trust the divine that they are going to lead you where you need to go and you listen, you're going to go where you need to go. I'm living proof. I think we all are, but oh my gosh, it is so beautiful.
And it's like I said, when my cardiologist called in probably early December and said that he told me, "Thank you for working with me. I've enjoyed you all these years." Nobody from the office called me or anything. That's the only reason I knew he was leaving. Otherwise, I would have been showing up for an appointment.
Kelly.
that that wasn't there. You know, a company in Georgia, I think, took over, and he just had it, I guess, and quit. Right? Nobody bothers to tell me. So I call them, and they tell me, well, this is where we sent your records. So I'm going to that cardiologist. I looked up some results, some feedback on her, and they said, well, we don't like her because she rushes through appointments and stuff. And I said, okay, I'm not going to tap into the judgment. I'm going to go and see what she has to say. I'm going to, if I don't like her, I can always find another cardiologist. That's going to be a pain if I have to find another one. I was her last appointment. She didn't tell me that till later. She spent about an hour and 45 minutes talking to me.
I just love that for you.
And and she told me, thank you for making me use my brain.
Isn't that wonderful?
I said, thank you for listening to me. She says, I don't see anything that I need to be concerned about. She says, I do see places in the heart where the tissue is thick. You have a thick heart. Why do you have a thick heart? So we're going to do a heart MRI, which she says, we'll probably have to fight to get that approved. And I have to do a 30-day Holter monitor, right? But I told her, well, thank you for listening. I said, you know how hard it is to get somebody to listen. I said, you're a woman. How hard is it for you to get a doctor to listen to you? She kind of made a face.
Right.
But she told me to make sure you make the next appointment where you're the last patient of the day, because I think we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Oh, I love that. She said, come again and do it. Let's talk.
So it's like how awesome. I didn't go into judgment because of what this other person put down. I just said, I'm going to go with the flow and we'll see what happens. And look what happens. The universe arranged everything. Everything.
Let go and let it flow. Watch the miracles happen. And they happen in sometimes the tiniest of ways. But sometimes, I mean, just to be grateful. And you will attract more things to be grateful for.
Exactly.
And who else came up with an answer when they asked what prosperity was for him? Did anybody else ask what prosperity was for him?
Yeah, I said mine.
Yeah.
I said mine too.
Hi, Casey.
Sister. Hey, hi, hello. Join us.
Hi, Casey.
I don't even need to ask Casey. Everything is prosperity to Casey.
She gets it. That's why she's my sister.
I know. Yeah, so it's sometimes we just need to step back from ourselves and have a little faith and trust in the universe. It's taken me a long time to get to that point because, like I said, the universe has never let me down. It's me learning to trust myself.
Sure.
Like something funny. Today after lunch, we got to the house. Mom and I did, and we're sitting in the car talking for a little while, bullshitting. And I'm sitting there, I talked a little bit about some of the stuff I've been recently in and what I've been going through or whatever. And I had a moment where I was like, kind of feeling doubtful or whatever. And you know what? I just realized at the same time, you know what was playing on the radio? You gotta have faith, the faith.
Uh-huh.
I was like, holy shit. I see you, Spirit. Look at you.
Yeah.
Every day. In so many ways, it's amazing. It's incredible, but it's just sometimes it is hilariously beautiful.
I remember telling somebody years ago, I said, can't you see the universe working in your life to arrange things and help you with things and bring you what you need? And they said, no. I said, oh, that's so sad. It's so sad. Even back in the 80s when I started, and I could see to where the universe would help me with things, you know. And of course, I had a rude awakening because, okay, there's a book. Read some of the older books. I keep telling you guys, go back and check on Edgar Casey. Go back and check on Neville, Florence Scovel Shinn, Anne Reed Colton. Go back and read some of those old books. There's some truths in there. So I was standing on the porch one night, and something attacked me. It grabbed my ankles, threw me up in the air, and a bunch of teenagers watched this. Threw me up in the air. I came down, and I had a 3-foot high, like, concrete patio in front of the house, and scraped the skin on my ribs. And the kids are all standing there. How did you do that? What happened? I said, I don't know. And it didn't make any sense until somebody gave me this book by Anne Reed Colton. It's a dream book. But she explains a lot of the different levels on both sides. There's something called the continental dwellers. They are like watchers on the negative side. They watch your light. As your light starts to expand, they usually go for your ankles on a lot of people.
So, okay, so wait, okay, so, okay, vibrationally
attacked me, yeah.
Oh, okay, like how can you tell? Oh, that was like you just felt something on your ankle. Oh, that's when you fell or whatever. But you felt something on your ankle right then?
Yeah, it grabbed me by my ankle, threw me up in the air, kind of flipped sideways, kind of funny, and then and fell on the ground and it scraped all my ribs, you know.
So they're actually able to manifest a physical reaction?
Yes. And she says, okay, so things have maybe shifted now because this book is from like the 40s, okay? Things may have shifted more. I think I feel like our angels are more interactive and stuff because the veils have opened up more for them too. I was walking across my bedroom one morning. Okay, my room is totally clean. There's nothing at all on the floor. I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning to be to work by 5. I'm walking across the floor. Something grabs my ankle, trips me. I fall and I have a scratch on my leg. There's nothing around me. Nothing around me to scratch my leg. I ended up calling into work because it was bleeding so bad. I ended up getting stitches on that, but there was nothing near me. So that was twice they attacked my ankles like that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, I wouldn't have known what was going on if I hadn't gone back and looked at some of that older knowledge that is not taught now, you know? So it's if you go back and look at some of the old teachers and Edgar Casey, okay, one of the things they were talking about the other night, Edgar Casey says if you eat 3 almonds a day, it can prevent cancer. So I'm telling everybody eat 3 almonds a day. But he was a very gentle, kind soul. Found out accidentally when he was sleeping that he could diagnose people's illnesses. And then he could go back and tell them things that had happened in past lives, energy that they brought forth to this lifetime. And he told them how to clear things. He had some, okay, so even the Native Americans will tell you, prediction is hard because everything is fluid and shifts and changes. He made numerous predictions. A few have come to pass, a few haven't and stuff, but so that's understandable. But he has like 14,000 records of health readings that he did. His institute, Edgar Casey Institute, is in Virginia, and if you can go in and look at, because I feel like some of his stuff needs to be looked at We all need to be going back and looking at a lot of his stuff. In fact, I just ordered one of his books to go back because I couldn't find my books on him. But to go back and look at the older knowledge. And this is why I brought out the stuff on the rays tonight too. That stuff I learned early back in the 90s, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably also, now that you have access to the Akashic Records, you could probably ask to receive knowledge and learn new techniques too that are,
Yeah.
legit. I mean,
yeah, he was the first known person in the world to tap into the Akashic Records.
oh, Edgar Casey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said that all of you can do this, okay? In fact, he opened up the records for us all to be able to tap into it, okay? And I had a friend that was such a believer in Edgar Casey. She cut me out of her life because she believed that nobody could tap into the Akashic Records but him. Because Jack behave.
What's Jack up to?
Says there are not any teats on an almond. It's nut juice. But it's
yeah, I prefer nut juice almond milk.
but oh yeah, and Casey of course took off, so I can't explain to her what he
I always think of that meme whenever I drink it though, and that's like it's like a cartoon of God, and he's standing there going, and they're like, of all the animals I gave them, and they're drinking what milk?
Yeah.
It don't even have tits.
Okay, so Casey's back. So Edgar Casey is called the sleeping prophet. Does nut juice count? I drink it every day in protein shakes. I don't know. Well, there's sugar in a lot of those too. I don't know, Jojo. I would stick with the 3 almonds. So Edgar Casey was a sleeping prophet. He was a very deeply religious man. He happened to be talking about somebody being ill one day while he was taking a nap, and he started interacting with them, and he was sound asleep. He told them how to clear the illness. Okay? And word started getting out, and he had people from around the world calling in and getting he was diagnosing things just by hearing their names and nailing it, right? And then they just happened to be talking one day. They said, well, we wonder why he's got this arthritis in his hip. And he just popped up and he goes, well, he was in a past life, he was a Christian in one of the arenas where they released the lions. And one of the lions grabbed him by his hip with his claws and tore his hip apart.
Dano, do you have birds?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
She hears everybody talking, so she's just having a fit right now.
what is it?
It's a parrotlet.
It's a what?
A parrotlet.
Yeah, that's J-No's birds.
Can we see it?
Another time, perhaps.
Okay.
Calming down now, hopefully.
So there's and it's one of the things I've always said is look back to some of the older teachings. They're more simple. Okay, they're more simple.
Right. And no matter what you do, I mean, make sure that it resonates with you. I mean, just because there's teachings out there doesn't mean that that's your truth. So
question everything, find your own truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honor yourself. Honor your body. Your body, your intuition. Trust. Just trust. For sure.
Yeah, Edgar Casey is one of the most important people ever to walk this earth. The sleeping prophet never claimed to be perfect, but damn, he was right more times than not. Exactly.
Who is perfect? Who is
Nobody
perfect?
He was very, very humble, and they warned him. They warned him to slow down with the readings, or it was going to affect his health. And he eventually died because he says, no, there's too many people that need help. So they have a record of over 14,000 readings, and they've been doing research on them all these years and organizing everything so they can help people. So any of his books that you can get a hold of. I was looking the other night for Edward Casey and the Akashic Records, but I thought, I don't know, it just doesn't resonate. I know that I can get into the Akashic Records and I need to start doing that more. This is one time that I learned something. Well, I learned something, and I'm not using it for myself because it seems like everything else I've had to learn over the years. I had like a bubble around me. I would try to use it on somebody else, and it was all being diverted back to you work on you. Because what healers do is they learn all these techniques, and then they go out and use it on everybody else, and they don't take care of themselves. For me,
it's the worst. It's the bane.
For me, it was like, no, we're stopping you from working on other people. You need to work on you. I probably would have died back in the 90s if I hadn't got into alternative medicine and spirituality. I'm serious.
Yeah, same. I mean, if I had kept on going down the path I was on, I wouldn't be here much longer, and I certainly wouldn't be anywhere near where I am today.
Yeah.
Sister, is she still here?
Yeah, she is. Because I ask about almond milk juice because I'm about to start juicing. Make sure there's no sugar in there, though.
Yeah, get the unsweetened.
Would only be a little juice, 3 almonds. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, almond milk without soy or any other additives is very healthy. I like the coconut milk. I like the So Delicious coconut milk. It doesn't taste like coconut either, and it's thick and creamy like milk.
Yeah, I did coconut milk too.
My son used to drink almond milk all the time because he had milk sensitivity.
Yeah.
Same. Lactose. Yeah. My body's like, you don't really like that. I'm like, I don't like you right now either.
She has started running. She's ran virtually around the Giza pyramids, 47 miles this week.
Go, sister!
Nice.
Woo. Clapping for you.
So I.
Are you training for a race, Casey?
She just wants to feel better.
That's important. You know what? Carly started going to the gym, and she's like, all right, stretch. I'm like, I'm stretching. She's like, I'm over here doing yoga. I'm going to send you the video. Go do it. I'm like, Carl's Jr., quit.
You also want to use almond milk that doesn't have that carrageenan in it. That's the part on the body.
Yeah.
So because okay, like I said, I do research all the time. So I was listening to 2 doctors talk about how they use alternative medicines for Epstein-Barr. So they were talking about a Chinese medicine. And I said, what the hell? Okay. I ordered, thanks to Casey, I ordered this Chinese medicine. He said to take 3 packets of it. So that's 18 days worth. And I ordered it. And the first day I took it, I could actually feel this stuff moving through my body. And then the next day, so that was Tuesday after I went to the cardiologist. Wednesday, I went to the dentist, and I didn't get dizzy like I do when I rush and stuff. And then, of course, Wednesday had to be stupid and eat something that I'm not supposed to because I didn't have the energy to stop at the doctor, so I ate something I had around here I wasn't supposed to. But I can feel a shift in my energy with this Chinese medicine. So it's interesting. We'll see how this does over 18 days also. So, but yesterday and today I've been sleeping a lot. So I don't know if that's part of the healing process or what. But this Epstein-Barr virus is not a fun virus anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
Can't imagine it would be.
but I've been trying to go in and also visualize the rainbow shower to help clear out old energy and stuff too. So
You guys got snow right now?
Pardon me?
You got snow right now? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Got what right now?
Snow?
I still didn't hear you.
Snow?
Oh, it was snowing a little bit earlier. It was probably about half an inch. Yeah.
You guys were getting some winter time?
So if you want to send anybody energy, Casey, send some to Star and her mother. There's a real need right there.
Definitely.
Okay.
That little bulldog has come out and Star is she's ripping some throats out right now.
Mm.
Big hugs to her.
Yes, I'll be juicing for the same reason: energy, metabolism, overall health, mental clarity, lose weight for bikini season. Many. Yeah. Thank you, Casey. Yeah, so it's yeah. So we just and don't forget we've got 3 planets changing signs, and when the big planets change signs, it usually brings some major shifts. Okay.
Not just that, the 3-3 portal today.
Oh yeah. Gemini's energy is always through the chart except when it's not.
Yeah, Saturn switches the 7th and it comes into Pisces.
So it's funny because my daughter her boss quit. She's been working where she's working for about 6 months now. And she's working in a place that she checks trucks in when they come in. So she didn't have a babysitter because somebody was trying to get into her apartment. So my niece that was babysitter wouldn't babysit anymore. So she was taking the baby to work with her, and the baby was sleeping in the little building. So her boss quit, and they called from someplace else east, and they said, "Well, do you know anybody? We're coming in to interview some people for the boss. You know anybody that wants to apply?" And she goes, "Yeah, me." She goes, "Mom, do you think I have a chance to get this job?" And as soon as she said that, I felt excited. I said, "Oh yeah, you're going to get it." So she did get it. She did get it.
You know, they're telling a tale of when you were questioning your intuition. Oh no, when your intuition was on point. I love that though.
So Joe is also putting in, but it's 3 people this week, okay? Joe's putting in for these job interviews. I've been telling him for 2 weeks. It's not happening yet. Not happening yet. At an interview today, they asked him about all of his different skills and stuff. And he's telling me, "Well, what do you think?" I said, "Well, you're going to get something that you're not expecting to get." And then his wife also is looking. She's a teacher, and they don't. This principal has already decided that he didn't like her. So I told her put in job applications from college, other high schools, and everything again. She got calls for 3 job interviews this afternoon. And I've been telling her, quit worrying about it. Just have some faith and trust in the universe, and it's all coming through. But I think that these planets this week that are also shifting energy, because it talks about new beginnings, new jobs, everything. I think it's shifting the energy for a lot of people,
Absolutely. And I mean, I'm not mad about it. I wasn't real I don't know. Wasn't real sure what was going to happen next, but I just trusted.
Yep.
So,
like I said, that time I got that thyme in the mail instead of the beet juice, I just said, I'm not even going to question it. I just looked at what thyme was good for, and it was something that I needed.
Yeah.
See, I'm just, there's no such thing as an accident. You know,
Right.
just kind
Exactly.
of go with the flow of whatever the universe brings in, you know?
Yeah. And it took a long time to stop questioning. I still want to question a little bit, but I get constant reminders that, spirit's got my back.
Yes, yes. Are we
Yep.
going to allow it? That's the thing. I keep telling
Right.
you, what gifts, talents, and abilities do you have? What are you allowing you to have? What are you allowing the universe to do in your life? Where are the ways that are you holding back with your belief systems, your points of view? You know, it's
Yeah. What self-limiting beliefs do you need to clear out in order to be able to listen to the universe? Because it will show you the way once you
yeah,
learn to listen.
that's what I said, because the universe goes, "Oh, I love you. I'll give it to you." Right? Okay, so here's a block. Okay, we're going to come over here until we find an opening. It's going to come down to you in a watered down version, like it's coming down stairs, and then you wonder why. Well, how come God didn't give it to me? Well, because you've got these points of view and belief systems that's blocking it. So
Exactly, like the statement that we love to clear: money doesn't grow on trees.
money doesn't go on trees. Money's the root of all evil. uh
Yeah.
yeah, you have to work hard for your money.
Yeah.
Well, you clear all that stuff, because some I yelled at Joe earlier today about some belief about where I have to I have to work hard to get this job that I want. I said, "No, you don't. No, you don't. Clear that right now." And he's so resistant. The only time I have ever seen him actually do what I said was when we were doing the healing work that we do. He actually closed his eyes, visualized himself, and we were talking about things, because he's got a hereditary disease that messes with his muscles and stuff. He actually told me, "Oh, yeah, these other ones cleared, but I see a cord tapped into my hip where I have all the pain." So we cleared that also. And I said, "What do you know? For once, Joe is actually working with me instead of questioning everything I'm saying." See, Joe has gone through a major experience to where he came from a family where they did not believe in God, to coming into these spiritual gifts. And he had a lot of ego for a long time. Ask Casey. She saw how he was a few years ago when he came on a couple times. He had a lot of ego, but he went to practitioner school through Science of Mind Church. It's brought down a lot. It doesn't mean that he's not still working on stuff, but it's humbled him down a lot. He's listening more, and he's opening up more and stuff. So it's just, I just watched this process. I can't push. Like I said, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Yes, you cannot force a message on someone who's not ready to hear it.
Exactly. And for him to be open and receptive to doing that healing work even was huge, huge. It took him probably 5 years of talking about the bubble technique before he would even try it, and he's still resistant to it. But we taught his wife, and she's using it.
I love the bubble technique, actually.
And JoJo even told me he uses it.
It's genius. I mean, it's super simple. You just create a bubble in your mind, and
Yeah,
you put that negative statement or negative thought or whatever it is into the bubble and clear it. It is so handy. Such a handy clearing tool.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Nuggets.
Exactly, JoJo. We're not here to work hard. We're here to create.
As soon as we get over ourselves. Right,
Exactly. We have to get over all these programs, and,
right.
and we're going to have programs to clear all our life,
Yes, definitely.
When we run out of programs, well, we're going to have some programs to carry over into the next lifetime also, yeah.
Yeah.
And Casey, we already know she's Miss Sunshine, she's Miss Manifestation. We've known that since the day she came in.
I wish she'd come on.
I remember Spirit Monkey. He came in and he goes, "Man, when Casey came in, he goes, it was like a ray of sunshine. I said, yeah.
She is. She's sunshine in human form.
So we have our sunshine, we have our star, we have the lighthouse that lights the way for people to come in, you know. Yeah.
I think we all kind of, light the way in our own way. I just, I'm really loud.
You're not loud, huh?
Oh, yes, I am, and I'm proud of it.
But
It's part of who I am.
you're joyful.
Yeah.
As joyful.
Yeah.
That's the difference than being loud.
Yeah.
Well, I really love life. Like, you reconnect with your inner child, and you just learn to see through a different lens, you know. I sometimes have rose-colored glasses on about shit, so I'm trying to be careful with that. But I can't help but just to look for the best. I mean,
well, like Jack said,
people,
he had a little bit of knowledge about a lot of different things, and he led to making a lot of dumb decisions. But what did you learn from all those dumb decisions, Jack?
don't do that. Just like that's how you learn not to touch the stove when it's hot.
That's right.
You touch
You
it
get
when it's
burned.
hot, and then you know it's hot. You don't touch it no more.
Well, that's like some ladies were talking in a chat about relationships the other night. Oh, actually, they were talking about a group of people that I had studied under that has become like a cult, and she has got out of it. She went all the way to the top, but she has got out of it now, and they're attacking her for it and stuff. And it's like, so people are asking her to do a talk on it, and she goes, well, what exactly do you want to know? And they were all putting out all kinds of questions. And what I told her is, okay, explain to us what you learned about the whole situation. What did you learn? That's the most important thing that you could talk about. What did I learn in the situation?
Right. And continue to ask yourself that. Ask yourself, what do I need to see here? What is important? Show me the value. Show me the value of this experience, or okay, so why did I react that way? Okay, why is this significant? Okay, why is this affecting me this way? And that's shadow work, guys.
Yeah.
Question everything, like Casey says.
And I keep telling everybody, don't push away your shadow. Talk to it. See what it's trying to teach you, in the ways it's trying to protect you, and what it's trying to teach you. Talk to it.
This time when I went through this giant learning experience, I did for the first time in my entire life, and I recognize this too, that I used grace on myself for like seeing where my shadow was, and instead of being disgusted by myself, I held myself with grace, and I embraced it and appreciated it, and was patient with myself as I continued to work through, and I am so much happier that I did that way this time. Like, I know that was what this was all about, was that this is what I was supposed to learn, how to do this with myself, to how to process in this manner.
I think that was a major, major, major hurdle for me.
It was gigantic.
Yeah, exactly. Jack says he learned don't go riding hot checks in Mississippi, and there ain't no good chain gang. And JoJo says, please do not think a 6-pound overthrow of the bowling alley is funny. I learned that the hard way.
Well, some little facts I know is that a 50-pound bag of flour is a whole lot of flour. A 50-pound dog is a big ass dog, and a 50-pound cat is a big ass pussy. Sorry, guys.
I sent JoJo some stuff the other night on how much you're supposed to feed your cat. And this guy was questioning. He goes, well, I have an oversized cat. How much am I supposed to feed him? And JoJo and I were kind of laughing over
I
that.
forgot about 34-pound old jumbo gumbo over there.
Yeah, yeah,
He's a sweet kitten cat.
That's a big kitty.
He's a big boy. A big boy.
yeah, yep. And the little Miss Tinky, I think she's losing weight. Of course, she didn't eat last night. And well, I take that back. No, she didn't eat last night. And she didn't eat the night before. So I gave her some ginger last night. But she ate about a half a cup of food today. So I don't know what's going on with her. Your cat's sneezing a lot. I'm sneezing a lot. Just give a cop a donut. It works every time. He's sweet and large. He's
Don't
actually
piss in the wind, guys.
does like salads, yeah.
My grandpa told me this solid ass piece of advice. Hot on the left, cold on the right, shit runs downhill and payday's Friday. He was a plumber.
Oh no. Yeah,
Makes sense though, right?
yeah. Yeah. So talk about some more spiritual cleansing, Kate, Crystal.
I was just thinking, I need to see if if this will let me minimize and bust out my notes again. Hang on.
It's still snowing here a little bit.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just a dusting.
Nope, I don't think it'll work. It won't let me look at my notes and talk it on here at the same time. Let me go take a gander real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
So some of the things we were talking about tonight, Casey, was, you know, some people have been listening to readings and giving their power away to readings. Okay. Sometimes the readers don't know how to interpret something and may interpret it in their
There we
point of view rather than what you need to hear. So this is where you need to learn to know the yes, no, in order to ask your body if that's true for you or not, right?
Right.
Hi.
Star.
Hey.
Hi.
Say no.
Guess what? Guess what? Guess what?
What?
Yesterday was my birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Happy birthday.
So it's, like question everything, even when they tell you. But see, you need to know how to discern with your body whether it's true for you or not.
Yeah.
So, but it's because I've seen two people in the last few weeks that have had misunderstandings, and because of readings they have had that were not accurate information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like only that resonates.
They were being told. So that's one of the things we were talking about. Question everything, even what I tell you. Find your own truth. Is it true for you? If you don't like what you're hearing, make a choice, change it. But always check in with yourself to see if it's accurate for you or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right.
If you don't like something, change how you feel about it.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. What else is possible, universe?
Yes.
What else is possible?
First, meditate first thing in the morning, then 2 more times through the day. Salt baths, moon water, sage when needed, bubble tech. I don't know. I just had asked like 20 years ago to be in a walking state of meditation, and it seems to work for me. Now, in the class that we're in, she taught us to open up a gateway for mediumship. So what I did is I said, I'm going to leave the gate open, but I'm asking only for information to come through for when I ask or if there's an emergency. Okay. And that has worked out pretty good. So
That's important. That was something that, like I just had no control over my gifts. None. Like it just happened all the time and I didn't know how to shut it off. And
Yeah.
that really causes a lot of havoc on people as they're walking through life, not having any idea that, oh, this is, outside of me stuff.
yeah, yeah. And this one little gal, she got a hold of me because she opened her third eye and she was just being bombarded 24/7 and didn't know what grounding and protection was and shut her third eye down again,
Wow.
So it's I had to that's
I was talking about that with my friend earlier, how if you open your third eye, before and you use it way too much, before you open your chakras, if you're not grounded first, that can cause spiritual psychosis.
yeah. Well, see, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to use it as the energy that's around you now. Now you make choices and decisions in what direction you want to go to.
Mm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What you're being told is not set in stone because you have been given that gift of free will,
And you create your reality.
Yes. Yes.
Thank goodness.
Tell me about your reality lately. How's it going, sister?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The most beautiful things. Tell me.
Oh my God. Like, I can't. Like, it's just everything is like amazing. Like, just work is like taking off. I'm on like 6 different projects right now and I'm loving it. It's just absolutely amazing. I'm like unbelievably healthy. I'm reading, I'm eating, I'm running. Like, I feel so good all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Really, really happy. I'm thankful, blessed. Just,
I can feel it in your voice.
yeah.
That is beautiful. My heart is smiling for you. It's like big ass Cheshire grinning. I'm so happy for you.
Aw. You're amazing. Thank you.
You're amazing. I love you.
You're amazing. You're a shining example for all of us.
And I want to do more. That's the thing. Like I keep wanting to do more. Thinking about that today. I was like, what else can I do? Universe, what grand and glorious adventures can we have?
I love
Yeah.
that. I was thinking about you earlier. Do you know much about TikTok? I've been learning a fuck ton over there. About the marketing and stuff over there. We talked about marketing before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be careful. I think right now they're trying to ban TikTok.
Yeah, I saw that too. So
Yeah.
one of the
I'd
we
pause on that initiative.
Because of
Yeah.
Chinese involvement.
Yeah, U.S. government. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, of course they can use that fucking thing to spy. Like, unfortunately, everybody's like, well, here I am in this town, and this is what this street looks like. I mean, not
Well, same
literally,
with
but
your phone. Same with the phone
Yeah,
you're holding
exactly.
or whatever. It's like, you have a GPS in there. Or
Digital footprint. Yeah, for sure.
they're all watching. all the time.
They all know where we all are. We got our phones.
Casey's
They can
spiritual
keep
channel.
ping us anytime.
Well, here I am.
Your TV's watching you. You're not watching the TV.
Yeah, the smart TV. Smart.
Yeah.
Jack says, methinks I prefer being the kid who says I see dead people than being Bruce Willis. Isn't that the movie Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natural mediumship ability. I mean, yeah, that's not uncommon. So, yeah. So, yeah. Dan and I made a sort of peace today. So, I mean, there wasn't anything really wrong. I was just giving it time. I just wanted to let it simmer down a little bit, And I just went in. They had a live, and I went in, and she came in to mod, and
Who's this?
my old boss, my old friend and boss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what was interesting is she put it out there that they had a little disagreement, and all of a sudden everybody started getting hold of Cece.
Well, no, not really. But no, I was thinking today anyway because I love her too much to let bullshit stand in the way. I want to honor her and have her, in my life respectfully. I just don't think that, I should work there. I think that, well, not just think, but I feel the pull to tell my fucking story and do my thing. And that's what I really need to focus on, and I just didn't have the energy. I was putting my energy in so many places. I just couldn't pour it in my own cup either at the time because, that's what you do when you're selfless. And it's just not healthy to be
No.
like that. So I had to figure out, that in this situation, as unfortunate as it was, I had to love myself enough to walk away, kind of, to pull my energy back and to wait. But there, she's a wonderful person. She has a brilliant mind and an excellent heart. And I really, truly want to see success for everyone on Evolving. I want to see success for everyone, period. So, but it was beautiful. I was like, namaste, beautiful souls. It was nice. I cried a lot.
Honey, you're a beautiful soul.
Well, you're a beautiful soul.
You all are beautiful souls.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have troubles finding Star's channel and Jano's channel, and I am subscribed to them. Because JoJo says, "Oh, Jano, just check your YouTube links. I tried to spread your channel, but it's hard to find, and the link doesn't seem to work."
My channel is Leo Fire 555. Basically, my channel.
Yeah.
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 Oh, really? Huh. Yeah, mine's Trust in the Light.
Trust in the Light. Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'll go subscribe, Jano.
Thank you.
Get some numbers over there, buddy.
Trust in the Light? Okay.
Yep.
JoJo's got his channel, The Blooming Lotus. What other channels you want to promote?
Yeah, Blooming Lotus.
If you guys ever do go on TikTok, check out my friend Johnny Cristo, Beautiful Gray. He's an excellent reader, and he's quite fair with his prices. He does
Nice.
free at 5,000 likes and 10,000 likes too. And he does like collective readings at the beginning of his lives and stuff.
So
super accurate.
Yeah.
Star channel has like a star or something on it, and it throws off the algorithm rhythm.
Oh, does she got the star-crossing star behind her name?
Yeah. Yeah, because I have troubles finding hers.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, yeah. You can put your link on. You can pull yours up. You can put your link on here, so people in the private chat, so they can click on it. Jano.
Yeah.
Yeah, something else about TikTok. In December, their algorithms changed, and they stopped pushing out people's content as much. But they do have what they call a hot button or heat button that they can make anybody go viral. And a lot of times they'll do it with people who are new to the platform or things like that, because they are wanting to attract more users. So they'll do it in the beginning, and then a lot of other creators are finding, that their views have just really dropped lately. But they've been pushing promote for the last several months, where you can pay to boost your videos in the algorithm, a lot like Instagram, Facebook do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I haven't posted since November, but I've got about 150 subscribers over this time. I need to start posting again. I'm starting to get a little more energy to do readings, so we'll see.
Aren't you at like 600 or 700 over there then?
I have 525.
Nice. Yeah, just post over there. Tarot does pretty good over there. They have a big, they have a lot of room for the spiritual niche.
Yeah, so I was going to do one explaining who I am. I need to look at Trello to see about a time to go on the Evolve one too.
Yeah. They've been going live quite a bit lately, which I really, really like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to help the algorithm a ton.
Yeah. So it's
Nikki from Tune In Inspired was live on Evolve Me earlier. Whenever I went in.
And Jakara showed up over here last week.
Yeah. Nice.
In the last hour or so. So, JoJo's at 119 subs. I think I was number 4. Yeah.
I think last I looked, I was
Rest
about
Mojo.
105.
Oh, sorry. What, Jano?
I think last I looked, I was about 105.
Nice. What's the name of it? Casey, can you send me his channel?
Yeah, see, I was having troubles pulling it up. That's why I told him to post it.
I remember you talking about it before.
Yeah.
I think at Braze. We were at Braze when you were talking about it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, would like to talk to her soon.
So she did message me and ask me what I thought of the cards. I told her I think that's awesome that she did that, and she says, well, I collaborated with the angels, but the thing is, we're all one. We're all that energy. So you're collaborating with the angels, but that's still part of who you are.
Definitely. We are all one.
Yeah, he says send a link to one of Jano's videos.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Casey, if you want tips, I'll give you tips. I need to sit down and make content. You got to be in that. Well, you don't have to be in the energy of it, I guess. You just are supposed to just do it whenever, and that's the best content when you're the most natural over there on TikTok.
Yeah.
But I have figured out all kinds of different fucking strategies and shit. Oh, sorry about all the cussing, guys.
That's okay.
The 2-to-1, 2 short forms to 1 long form videos. And to use and I don't know if I'm gonna use the 3x3 hashtag strategy or not. There's different ones, but mainly it's moving to SEO, search engine optimization, search engine blah blah blah, kind of like Google, or YouTube. You put in how to, or you want a tarot reading, say you want a Pisces reading or something, you put that right at the top, and then it gives you all those choices and stuff. So they're really focused on that. Some other little hacks to that is if you write a bunch of keywords, say you do, I'm just going to use Pisces for example. Say you do a Pisces collective reading, and so you can write the word Pisces. You can write Pisces reading. You can write, tarot reading, Pisces tarot reading. All those clusters of word, because SEO is groups and clusters of words that people would search for or whatever, the key tags. So you can type all those out on your screen and then pull it over and hide it off screen, so it's not in your video, but the algorithm AI still sees it, and it'll categorize it that way too. You'll be a little bit higher up in the searches and stuff like that. Phrases, anything like that, which you can put it right on your screen if you want, or you can leave, take it off for the clear screen. Another feature that I recently figured out is if you put your say that a creator has text underneath your, because whenever you look through TikTok, it's got the little description at the bottom. Say that a reader has their text behind that description and it's hard to read. So if you hold your thumb on there and just hold the screen, it'll all disappear. It'll give you a option for clear mode, and it'll give you a pop-up menu with 3 or 4 options. Second choice is clear mode. Click clear mode, and then it'll all disappear, and you won't see the description or the like, share, follow buttons.
Nice.
Then it's got a tiny icon in the bottom that you can hit the icon, and it brings all that back.
What the heck? I still can't get to Jano's channel.
So that's pretty cool.
325W. That's right.
So ways to ground, Casey.
I know. I know.
Here, let me send you
Thanks, Jeff.
the list and you can read it off. I don't know.
Jojo Gentleman.
Okay. Boy, that's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, Instagram. Did you send it on Instagram or did you send it?
Facebook.
Okay, Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Hey, JoJo.
Hey, Jojo.
What's
Hola,
up, Joe?
kids. How do you do?
Bro,
Hopefully
Joe.
this isn't too scratchy. I'm trying to use I'm using my headphones downstairs. So if it's scratchy, then just imagine my smooth, velvety voice and luxury Adonis face.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, ways to ground. Roots into the earth. Walking on the earth.
As with any energetic practice, the first thing you should start with is breath work.
Yeah, breath.
And breath work is on the top, and then ways to ground, first category, and then we have subtopics.
Yeah.
Sorry. I learned a little bit of that from Theon, for sure.
Okay, there we go.
So that's J.
Yeah, that's a link to Jano's latest and
Okay.
greatest. And the problem is, like, I copied and pasted the link that's on your about section from YouTube. I don't know if it's maybe you've got a space either before or after your channel name.
Could be.
But telling people to search for Trust in the Light, they do not see it. They do not find it. And then I sent that link, and they all came back and said the same thing.
Okay.
So I had to send them an actual link and just share a link to a video, and that takes them directly to you. But it's something in the link and the name.
I'll have to fix that.
Yeah, just fiddle. I mean, you can still have Trust in the Light. I would just check the
spaces.
check the spaces and see where it is and what it's doing, because there's something funky going on there.
Well, that's the same thing. Like I said, that's the same thing with stars. She's got a star in there, and it's throwing off the whole thing.
So YouTube recently updated, and they added the feature to you can use handles. It's like @ and then it's very much like TikTok, where it's just one,
Right, but it puts a number behind everybody's name.
Yeah, there could be. You can choose your handle now if you go into your profile, and you can choose your handle. People can search you that way. And one other thing that's really going to help you start to stand out and people to be able to find you is if you post consistently. That way, you're in circulation, and the algorithm likes it. The people, your viewers like it. People like it to know, hey, it's Monday. I expect whatever type of reading you do or anything like that. Just to
my views will go up a little if I update hashtags in the description or something like that. And because I mean the stuff I'm doing, it's not I can't put anything up right now. I've got 10 different pieces of music sitting waiting on this MIDI patch thing, which is that's a lot like binge watching a couple of seasons of Sesame Street right there. I've invented a few cuss words because of that one. because I got a $200 MIDI controller keyboard, a $10,000 computer backing it up, and then another, $5,000 in software and subscription fees and all this other stuff. Apple comes out with an update, and I mean, MIDI has been around since the 80s. It's a lot like a QWERTY keyboard. When you hit a Q or a W or an E on, then that's what shows up in the computer. It's just a map thing. You push this button, the computer does that. You push this button, the computer does that. MIDI is similar, but there's a few extra bells and whistles on the MIDI setup, and every time Mac updates, let's just say I've talked the programmers that are writing the updates for Apple. I've had some severe thoughts about the sexual habits of their parents.
Oh my gosh! This is one of my business, JoJo.
Yeah,
I don't want to know about you thinking about other people having sex. What?
No, it's just I'll explain that one later. But so as soon as I go to if I get this new material out, then I can get it up on the website, and it'll or get it up on YouTube, and it'll start to flow again. But right now things are there at a halt until I get the MIDI problem solved. And unfortunately, I have to wait on larger corporations to do that. However, if I go in and update the keywords, the hashtags, stuff like that, I get a little bit more traffic on there that way. And I'm always looking to update the keywords and the, hashtags that are in there. So that's just one of those things that's going to take time. I mean, because I'm doing the professional audio side of it first, and then adding video or animation or whatever secondary.
Nice.
And I've invented a few cuss words over it myself.
On your YouTube page should be under subscription.
Yeah, should be.
Okay, I'm trying to look up Star's channel. I'm getting guided over here because on your.
She's got a emoji at the very beginning of her name. It'll either be right at the beginning or right at the end of your channel list.
Okay.
Okay, so if I go to About, is it on About? Is it on? Oh, hold on. Give me a minute. I'm trying to do something. Is it on About?
What?
Oh, Star's page. Let me look. Because I put her. Okay, there's a cash.
Yeah, if you go to her About page, the link to it should be in there, but.
No, Casey thinks she puts it on her page, on her community tab. No, on the About page.
On my About page, I have her Cash App, her PayPal, her email. Yeah. It should be under. Okay. I know what you're talking about now. Subscriptions on the right-hand side. Yeah. Okay, but there's only 840 of those, huh?
Right? I couldn't imagine digging through my subscriptions. I've had this account. I don't know how long. I would go under one of. I probably subscribe if I know. I probably subscribe to her from all my accounts. So I could go under one of the other ones and check those because they have way less than this one.
My problem is I just went in and cleaned a bunch of stuff out, and I know hers was in there. But I need to clean some more out because I don't even listen to people's readings anymore. Oh my God, girl. So why don't you send me? Okay, since it's showing up on yours, Why don't you send me the link, huh? Oh, you posted it in the chat? Oh, you're an angel.
Someone else to check out on TikTok, Side the Psychic. He's going through account shit right now too. He has access to his Insta and his TikTok, but he's not going live right now because he can't keep his clients straight. He can't keep reading, you know what I mean? Because he doesn't have access to the rest of his shit, like his website and all that. Like, because there, you know, you go there to pay or whatever, and you go through Cash App and shit. But yeah. So I don't know. His shit's down. He says hopefully it's done over the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who else? Travis Warrior Unicorn, tuned and inspired. Shit. What's Dean's channel? Shinji Flow, I think, something like that. Bunch of something like that. Really awesome creators. Really, really cool intuitives.
Teardrops. How are you doing?
Teardrops. Hi.
She was
How are
trying.
you, sweetheart?
She was trying to direct me to the right place, and I'm technologically limited.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not. I am highly technologically advanced. I mean, I know it backwards and forwards. If I'm having trouble with it, there's something wrong.
I was not technologically advanced. Now I know I have so much. Just wow.
I'm still not getting there. Ugh. Of course, I can't click on it because it won't let me. It won't let me copy and paste it. Can you put it in Messenger for me, please, Rose? But I have Jano's up now. I know I subscribed to it twice.
He did.
I'm subscribed. Unless it's but I'm on the wrong. Yeah, I'm on another.
See, I see all of these things. And, you know, when I sit in the studio every day, I'm surrounded by 8 screens, you know, 4 different computers. I've got my iPad, I've got a Kindle, you know, I've got my phone. I've got tech just oozing out of my pores. And I can tell you from all the problems that I've seen, there is no way in hell mankind went to the moon.
Oh my God! Don't tell me you're a flat earther.
No. The Earth is very round. Flat earthers. There's a condition that causes flat Earth.
I was about to give you the biggest shit ever.
Small brain.
Yeah, something like that. Dane Bramage.
All right. I know.
I was gonna say, you know, I think that there are members of your community all around the globe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you can get a telescope and look up and see other planets. They're obviously spheres.
Speaking of, I think it's still up now. But yesterday, Venus and Jupiter were in conjunction, and it was doing what they call the cosmic kiss in the sky.
Yeah,
really good thing.
Yeah, Venus and Jupiter need to get a room. Here's another thing about the flat earthers. How do they explain gravity?
Oh my God!
You know, that's none of my business.
The devil! Didn't you know?
To each their own. To each their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rose. I got it now.
I just the flat Earth thing. That is 2 truckloads of nope.
Well,
No.
I mean, like I said, to each their own. Everybody holds their own beliefs, and
Yeah.
you know, for them, that's their reality. So, you know, who am I to judge?
Well, it's like I responded to somebody on TikTok today. She was saying her fellow workers make fun of her because she's got a little bit of an accent, but this girl speaks 6 different languages. And I told her, don't worry. I said, don't worry about what other people are saying and thinking. I said, girl, you got the intelligence, you know, that these guys don't have because none of them have even attempted to learn other languages.
Well, imagine if you know that many languages, you obviously started out life learning different languages, but I could see where that would cause a severe dialect issue because there are so many different dialects of the same language. I mean, girlfriend, you want to talk about, you just come on down here to the deep south. We got some dialects down here that even I can't understand.
Bless your heart, Jojo.
There are different Cajun and Creole dialects that even I don't understand.
Yeah.
But people having different. I mean, how many syllables does it? How many syllables does it take to say shit? You can. Yeah, sorry, Miss Casey. But
I was cussing up a storm earlier, and then I was like, "Oh shit, I'm live."
But it's there's dialects all over the place. Ironically enough, there are a lot of radio DJs, really popular worldwide. Well, at least nationwide DJs are usually from the Midwest, because the Midwest, it's strange. It's like there's no dialect for that region at all. And
Excuse me, sir?
Well, there's not much of one.
Look, if you go north to Nebraska, they start sounding very, very north, and then the north, you go north from there and into the Dakotas, don't you know?
Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what you get. And it really does, the dialect. Even from just Kansas to Nebraska, it changes a little bit. My cousins are up there. I lived up there for a while. That's where Ben was from, my son's dad. And there, even thinking about it, I'm starting to do a little bit of it. But yeah, like just certain vowels and certain syllables just sounded different.
Well, a lot of it's just, memory. I mean, you can go anywhere in the world with people speaking any language, and you're going to find different dialects. Ooh,
you pick up on their accent and stuff, yeah.
But I mean, even like, if you've got like, Mandarin Chinese and then Cantonese, and Cantonese is very, very sing-song kind of, they make all kinds of fun noises. But I mean, almost any language has different. Look at England. England is a fairly small country, and they're all speaking English, especially throughout most of the UK. But I mean, you could go to one city and then go to another city that's 2 miles away, and it's a completely different accent.
Yeah. My friend Cy is from England. He's really cool.
Different words for different things too,
Yeah.
But yeah,
we've got a couple of very descriptive words. Like I said, Miss Casey, you come on down here to the deep south. You up there in Colorado getting high with everybody. We know how it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Dean's from Hawaii, and he's got a whole bunch of different dialects. Like they even, he was like, "Hey, can you have a speak fast?" I was like, You mean talk, man? Yeah. What's up, man? But
Teardrops
here,
is from
that's
Hawaii
like
too.
a what?
Teardrops is from Hawaii.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's right. You told me that. Love that. That's awesome.
And Teardrops, you're in the continental U.S. now?
Yep.
Why did you leave?
That's funny. When I first met Dean through Vomit, I was like, hey, what's it like down there? Send me pictures and stuff. He's like, just home, like no big deal. I was like, yeah, I kind of realized that, that if you live there, the magic of the place kind of seems to dissipate a lot. Like, I have travelers here, and I'm like, yeah, it's not the prettiest place in the world. They're like, yeah, but it has its own kind of beauty.
You're fading out on us, Crystal.
Can't sleep.
Hopefully my headphones don't sound too choppy. I've noticed that if I get on the big computer with the Shure mic, the condensed mic, it sounds decent. But if I'm downstairs where I am now on the iPad, it sounds all broken up. But unfortunately this evening I'm too lazy to move. I've been down here. I've been studying juices because yes, I'm going to be juicing. I'm going to take about a 3-week start into it. You were talking earlier about energy cleansing and, how do you do that?
Yes.
One of the ways that I'm going to love myself is by, I've been eating well, just protein shakes and leafy greens and avocado and fatty fish and stuff like that.
Very
So
nice.
I've been watching my diet really closely, but I mean, I have the occasional, piece of cake or brownie or cheeseburger or whatever. I'm not gonna deny myself,
A treat once in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But for the most part, for the regular day in, day out diet, I've been watching that really closely. And so everything that I've been researching on that and studying on that says go to juicing for some of the goals that I have, physical wise and mental wise. There's a lot of science that goes behind, correlates between what you put in your body can equate to how well your brain function is. And after the troubles that I had with surgery and cysts on the pancreas and, melatonin and serotonin and just all the medical crap that people with letters behind their names have spewed out.
Your body's ready to purge.
Yeah. Oh, well, there is a lot of evidence out there that, says that this is a great way to do it. It's a great way to speed up your metabolism. And
I juiced for like 2-3 months last year, and fucking it was great. It was wonderful. My body absolutely loved it. As a matter of fact, do that again. I took my blender camping, so it's with the group. So I need to get it back. I donated it to the cause because I bought a bunch of fucking fruit, and we had fucking a shit ton of fucking rum fruit smoothies last year. It was a fuck ton of fun. Gosh, I need to stop cussing.
It's all right, Cray Cray. It's your birthday, and we know you're obviously in a former life you were part sailor.
Yeah, obviously.
But I just, all of my goals and everything that I'm trying to work towards as far as, clearing my energy, taking care of myself, because I consider that to be part of self-love, is watching
Take care of your temple.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Something like that.
Self-love.
But it's, my diet has been so awful for so many years. And there are so many different ways, especially with, like I said, the surgeries that I had. things to improve brain function, memory, focus, things to improve the metabolism, things to cleanse the liver and kidneys, not to mention just general weight loss overall. There's just a ton of benefits to it. And I'm tired of reading about it. My juicer was supposed to be here today, but of course, Amazon.
Not JoJo.
Yeah.
Castor oil packs.
Castor oil.
Yeah.
Are you want me to throw up?
It really does have a lot of health benefits, though. But
okay, so what you do is you get a flannel shirt, you cut it up.
You put it on your feet for pulling, or?
No, you're going to put it across. He wants to detox his liver and all this stuff. I would get a big enough piece of flannel that'll go all the way across your stomach. I would also get a big heating pad. So you're going to put the castor oil on the flannel, put it across the liver, the stomach, across, over to the pancreas and stuff, and put some saran wrap over that, and then put the heating pad on that for about 45 minutes. Do it for a couple weeks. In fact, after the first night that you do that, you'll sleep like a baby.
Oh, well, okay. For one, I'm trying to be nice for YouTube, but I know that because of Crystal, this video is already demonetized. For one, I have a penis, and I don't have a heating pad readily available. I don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to argue with you or say that doesn't work. I'm going to go with it on the internal side. Besides, one of the reasons I'm doing this and doing walking and exercising and, blah, 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 is I'm still carrying a little holiday weight from 2006. And I don't know that if I put something on the outside that it's going to reach the inside real well. This is a tough layer to go through. So
it detoxes the whole body.
Well, I'm taking baby steps. I'm going from protein shakes and my supplements there, and a salad and a protein in the evening, plus a snack. I'm gonna put juicing into that mix and do juicing for probably about 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'll slowly wean myself off of everything else and then go full juice for probably about 3 weeks after that. And
drink lots of water no matter what you do. Juicing will mess with your system a little bit.
Yeah, well, I've read everything I could about the healing crisis and, your body.
Well, what's going to happen is you start to decrease on the on dead animals and stuff like that. Your body is going to start to purge all that stuff out that's been sitting around in your gut for so many years, and there are pounds and pounds of it, and you will get the runs.
Well, and that's fine. I work at home, so if I need to, I can work, from right there on the commode.
There you go.
All you see is a cute little icon of a cartoon. I could be sitting on the shitter right now. I'm not.
That's none of my business, JoJo.
However, I figure if I do that, if I slowly work it into my diet over a couple of weeks and then go full juice, the thing about no meats, that's not going to happen. It will.
You don't need to drop meats.
Right. It will for a couple of weeks. I am going to go full juice for, like I said, probably about 3-4 weeks, whatever. But
I'm not saying you have to go vegan, but you were saying the way you explained your diet was that, you're pretty much, you're doing a lot of fish, you're doing a lot more greens, and
You
you're going
need
to
a
have a
lot
bunch
of
of
protein.
juices. Yeah.
Protein's the best
You're
thing
really
for
good
dieting.
right.
Well,
Well,
in
in the mornings I have a protein shake
Yep.
and coffee, and then at lunch I usually have a protein shake or a meal. Depends on what I feel like that day, and
Yep.
depending on what I do at lunch, I reverse it at dinner. For dinner, I usually have a big salad, fresh vegetables. I'll add black beans or corn, tomatoes, broccoli,
Yeah. Keep your
carrots, things like
protein
that.
intake high.
Right, and then, but I'll do, usually with that salad, I'll have one protein with it, like chicken or steak or fish.
Yeah.
That's usually what I have for dinner. So I'm gonna introduce the juice and then get to the point where juicing by itself for a couple of weeks. And then once I go through that cleanse or whatever, then I'll work things back into it. But I can guarantee you that at some point in time before the summer, I will have finished that juicing part, and there will once again be something on my plate that used to have a mama or a face.
whole grains help too, and they can help stabilize any issues caused by the plain juicing. I had a friend do a water fast, and my gosh, she got really, really healthy. I had a friend who went completely raw foodist, not just vegan or vegetarian or something.
I
He
could
went
probably do
completely raw.
intermittent fasting, but just complete fast and no.
What?
No, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
eat.
Jack says look up ASEA in supplemental form.
I think you also want to make sure you have probiotics too.
yeah. You're gonna need minerals. So yeah, a mineral spray is really good. Amino acids spray, that kind of thing is like a salt.
Right, I add all that stuff into the shakes, and the same thing that I add to the shakes can be added to juice. So I've got a mineral compound that goes in there, psyllium husk, psyllium fiber.
Nice.
There's collagen and different. That's for joint health because.
Well,
I'm
we're
not.
getting.
I'm not. I careful. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Hey, look, it is a privilege and an honor to have made it this far. I know I'm gonna go skidding sideways when I get there, but to continue to put more years, it is a privilege and an honor to be here. Are you kidding me? I should not have made it nearly as far as I have, so I am just happy to be here.
Yep.
Well, I've got a big plan, so I want to be around as much as possible, and I figured doing this, as as big of a nutritional kick as that is to the system, and as much as it can clean your body and give you. Once it cleans your body, then your body will start to actually receive the nutrients that it's been starved of for so long. And that seems to be the best way for me to get into real shape. I mean, God knows I can't tell you how many years I've put, bad food, drugs, drink, whatever into my body. I mean, it was a medicine that caused, my big chemical imbalance and pancreas problems in the first place. So I've cut out most of the medicines. I mean, now the only thing I take is daily vitamins and statin for cholesterol. But even that could change. So anything I can do to cleanse myself out completely, kind of do a system reset, if you will. And then there are different shots for different juices for you know, brain, mental focus, clarity.
Exactly. I mean,
There's a ton of them. So, and that's what I'm looking for is to get my body in shape, get my mind in shape. You know, when I started on the spiritual path, if we're going to cleanse things, I'm going to cleanse everything.
Right. Jojo, I highly recommend, I found a blend for balance, to help balance dopamine, serotonin, that kind of stuff. It's 5-HTP complex. It's got tryptophan, rhodiola, folic acid, and vitamin B. I take that at night. And then I do mushroom coffee in the morning. And I feel fucking 1000% better than I did. You know, I did the cleanse, last year.
I do want to try. I remember that, and I do want to try the coffees, the mushroom coffees that are out there.
Highly recommend it.
It's gonna be hard, given they call coffee Joe for a reason.
Right. Yeah, your cup of Joe. Jojo.
Yeah, exactly.
Cup of Jojo.
Yeah,
decaf.
that's cup of Jojo.
What decaf actually stands for is of the devil, and but I cut out drinking sodas and went to water. You know, I changed my diet up and went to protein shakes and juices and stuff and salads and proteins.
yeah.
And I'll keep.
Beautiful kitty movie. Hello. Sorry, what's up?
Okay, my daughter said hi. My oldest.
Hello.
Okay.
We love you. Bye.
Bye. Let me tell you what this Libra is doing. Okay. Talk about obsessed about balance. Okay.
I'm a Libra.
Let me show you what I'm doing. Okay. You see that? I'm sitting here eating checks. You see what I'm doing?
Yeah, you got it all lined up.
I have them matched up by sizes and shapes, and then I will eat one on each side.
So I know exactly what you need to do when you do get those millions, Miss Casey. When you do win the lottery, you just need to, get a little room, a little rubber room, little safety spot, and go ahead and you practice your OCD, the safety.
You know,
That's a need to balance everything.
Look, I think most of us in the room have some acronyms from the doctors, okay?
Yeah.
Casey used to make fun of me because I told him that's what I do with M&Ms. I do two.
Do you sort by color?
Yeah, and then eat one on each side. She thought that was the funniest thing she'd ever heard. I'm sitting here doing it with my checks.
Yeah. Those little acronyms, by the way, are precisely why I ended up doing all this. After I went through everything and found my, went through my awakening and my spiritual path and all the dark night of the soul, all the boo-hoos and all the bad, once I got done spiritually throwing up and got done with the dry heaves of it, now I'm trying to hit it on all cylinders. There's grounding every day. There's the salt baths with, moon water, the bubble technique. So I'm taking care of myself energetically, spiritually, and do the food thing. I mean, I'm trying to hit every single front possible.
Oh, good for you. I can tell you seemed a little more balanced right now. I'm proud of you, JoJo. I've seen
thank
you,
man. I appreciate
I've
it.
known you for a long time, and I've seen you come a long way. And I'm proud of you that you are taking steps to be a better you every day. That is
You go for walks every day?
I do. I've got I did purchase a treadmill. I've got that. I've got my weight bench and 40-pound dumbbells.
Definitely try to go outside to do your walks as much as
exactly. I go outside when I can, and I go down by the creek and I meditate down there because it's a nice, peaceful, beautiful area. If you look on my videos, you'll see the bubbling creek one. That creek is like, if I go outside my front door, I can walk there and be there within about 3.5, 4 minutes at the most.
Yep.
And so I try to go down there when I can. I do at least ground every day, no matter what the weather's like. Go outside in bare feet. I usually try to meditate outside at least once a day. And meditate and pray, as soon as I get up. So it's one of these things of, okay, now I've gotten through the rough stuff. Now I've figured out and assigned lessons for everything. And I've, kind of figured out what my dark stuff was and what I needed to purge and get rid of. Again, that's the spiritual hurling that I was going through. And once I got done with that, now it's a matter of, okay, let's come up with a plan to maintain this. So, keep on a shadow work, which I've got some ideas there that I'm working on. I've talked to Miss Casey about a little. I'm going to be coming out with that fairly soon. Working on the tarot deck. And it's one of these things that it's not the religious factor of it. And what I mean by that is, think of it like people that go to church. You go to church on Sunday, and there's all these, different people in there, and there's love, and there's fellowship, and joy, and praise, and prayer, and all these neat things for an hour and a half. Then all of these people run and get in their cars and go do a bunch of other crap all week long, and then they come back to do it. I don't want that part of my life. If I'm going to live this way and truly get better, then I can't just visit a church once every week. I personally wouldn't visit a church anyway. To me, there's nothing wrong with people going to church. No. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not for me. Organized religion.
You don't have to go to church to be.
Yeah.
No,
right.
No, I get it though. It's the 1.5 hours a week that you care enough to connect with the divine instead of actually, seeking.
But with a good part of
talk to God within yourself.
Right. And a good part of my path has been the fact that for all these years, I haven't taken care of myself. I still smoke, and I will give it up. I mean, I've broken down. I use natural tobacco, and I inject my own cigarettes. So I actually have to make one if I'm going to smoke. But that's really the last vice that I have, and I will quit eventually. I'm trying to figure out how to do it without killing an innocent family of 6 or sheetrock repair, but I'll get there. But it's for me personally, I've got really big goals and really big dreams. I'm trying to manifest. Some people say, shoot for the moon. Well, I don't want the moon. I want the entire Virgo supercluster, which is billions and billions and billions of
then
galaxies.
Then go get it. It's yours.
Exactly. And so, because I am shooting for something that big, I've got to take care of myself. And so it's not just on a spiritual level, and it's not just, on an energetic level. It's physically and, see, I don't want to have as many wrinkles as that dog does. But I will have
Unfortunately,
look. I will have the same attitude.
Is that a pug?
yeah, Pink's a pug. She's a good girl.
An old lady. She'll be 15 in May.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's getting up there.
she's a good old girl.
Yeah.
It's like
She's scared.
I'm too tired to do anything. I'll just
Hungry. She's hungry. We were talking about this earlier. She didn't eat for 2 nights. She ate a half cup earlier. Now she wants to eat, and she tells me it's bedtime, Mom.
And she knew Friday was coming. She's gonna wait to mess with you. Yeah, it's almost time. It's about the time that she normally does.
Yeah. She's got a time. Yeah.
She's so funny, little alarm clock doggy.
Yeah,
She's a
Gumbo's that way. 4:30 in the morning. Hey, idiot, get up. I can see the bottom of my food bowl, and that means famine is imminent. Move your ass. Let's go.
Well, if I don't make her go potty before I go to bed, she's going to get me up anywhere from 2 to 4. She gets up and she drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks, and then she wants to go potty. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
The eucalyptus lavender. Mm-hmm.
I had my granddaughter last weekend, right? She went to sleep on the couch, and I can't carry anything. So I left her on the couch downstairs, and I usually listen to music all night, so I left the music off. Pretty soon I hear, Grandma! So I came downstairs, and I'm laying on the couch with her. Well, Tinky doesn't hear her. So she woke up. She said, where in the hell's Mom? Downstairs. I have my couch kind of curves like this, okay? And I have 2 containers behind it stacked so that I can put her dog bed in there in the window.
Wait a minute. How does your couch curve?
It curves. It's like a.
I've just don't worry about it. It's
like
yeah.
What does your middle finger look like, Miss Casey? Just playing.
So she laid there in that bed behind the couch for 3 hours. 3 hours till the sun come up without taking her eyes off of me because she was afraid I was going to take off on her again. Traumatize the dog here.
Yeah, you get a completely different reaction out of cats.
I'm telling you, pugs are part cat.
Well, dogs generally have owners, and cats have staff.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You wait on the cat.
Absolutely. My friend described it to me one
The
time.
cat is the master.
Yeah. He said the difference between cats and dogs are dogs look at you and they're like, he feeds me, he walks me, he gives me baths. He must be God. And cats look at you and they're like, he feeds me.
I am God.
Brings me, gives me treats. I must be God.
My friend had her baby.
Who did?
Rosie.
Oh. Well, congratulations.
What the heck? Yes.
Everything okay? Is she healthy? Is it healthy? Are they healthy? Rolling cigarettes?
Yep.
I know that sound anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a little machine that does it.
Oh, I know. I can hear it now.
Yeah.
If the tube filler.
Yeah.
Cigarettes taste like happy. I don't care what anybody says or
like
how
happy.
bad
They
they
taste like cancer.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know they're bad for you, but they taste so good, and they
I prefer cigars.
They keep my violent streaks down to a minimum. You know, I came into this world with force and learned a lot about sheetrock repair as a young man and a very highly excitable Gemini. I mean, when I was born, I was, 13 pounds, 8 ounces. Let me tell you, I heard about that every Mother's Day, every birthday. Because when I was born in '72, and they didn't have sonograms back then, so they thought I was twins, and then I came out, and they were like, "Oh, here you go, ma'am. It's a bouncing baby planet. Look at that. Isn't that cute?"
Jesus. A planet.
Hun.
That poor lady. I'm so sorry for your mom.
And let me tell you, she had plenty of self sympathy and self empathy there for that one, because I heard that.
How many times did she remind you?
A couple of times a year. There was always my birthday. There was Mother's Day, her birthday, any holiday, and then yeah, it's as though I should somehow be ashamed. I'm like, listen,
Yeah, it's not your
when
fault you were that big, but I mean, I from having, given birth, from that experience alone,
Mhm.
I couldn't imagine a baby twice the size of mine coming out of there. That was bad enough. Like,
Well, that's what I said. If I was going to come down here, I was going to do it with force. Uh, she's going to spend some time in the incubator too. you know.
yeah.
But hey, it's now that I've come this far with everything. I mean, if I came in with force, I'm going to go out with it too.
Yeah. Your damn theme song right now running through my head. I came in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
heard
can't
versions of that as a young child. I mean, same sentiment, not the actual song, but yeah, I ruined my mother's body. I ruined her sex life. I ruined my father's sex life. I ruined a lot.
You ruined
And
Christmas.
yeah, well, let me tell you, my
You know what?
parents, after they had me, my father had a vasectomy and my mother got tubes tied, got things cut, fixed. They didn't
double
just break the
inserted.
mold. Yeah, they broke the mold, burned it, and took the ashes and put it in 8 different containers and carried it to the corners of the earth. And the earth is round, as we've already discussed. So good luck finding the corners. But they're just that. Are we gonna have another child? Oh, that falls under the not no. But oh hell no, no. So I'm glad to be one of God's own prototypes, never meant for mass production.
They told my youngest son that they were having a girl. They had a baby shower, tons and tons of girl stuff, all kinds of stuff. He was in the delivery room and he says, when they pulled that baby out and them little balls flashed by my mind, because I just about fell over. They had to go out and buy. They had to go out and buy everything. They had nothing for the boy at all. Everything was pink.
Well,
Man.
I don't know. I don't have any kids and won't have any kids, so that part I'll just leave the. There are several children that are in my life through various other people and whatnot, and it's really great to just be able to borrow kids for a little while, help shape and warp their little minds with JoJo nonsense, and then just send them right back home.
Exactly.
Load them up with
Give 'em
sugar
back.
and give them a musical instrument that doesn't take batteries, and there you go. Have fun.
Drum
and then
set.
inevitably get that phone call about a half an hour later, like, wow, JoJo, you know that drum set that you gave little Timmy? You're Yeah, you're an ass. Hey, thanks. But, they just love Uncle JoJo's house. He's got the cool crayons and the big pieces of paper. Yay!
My granddaughter asked me tonight, she goes, because I had a little book, when one of them ones where you find the little hidden shapes in the puzzle, right? She's asking me for crayons. I said, "Oh, honey, that's something I don't have is any crayons, so I have to order some crayons."
It is time for the crayons in the house.
She had a fit because, okay, my daughter bought her a bottle of bubbles. She spilled it all over the floor. And she goes, "I want my mommy, my bubbles." So Eric come to pick her up, and she goes, "I want mommy, my bubbles." First thing she told him when he walked in the door, "Daddy, my bubbles." I said, "Oh." And he had to explain to her too. He says, "Well, I'll get you some more bubbles, honey, but you're weak to spend with Daddy now." "No, what mommy?" And it's like, oh, yeah. What mommy got her bubbles?
Dude, when I used to live on the mountain down in the valley, I used to, living on, festival grounds like that. Fucking when we have festivals, there's a shit ton of families. Some people bring their kids, especially at the valley. We had a whole little play area for kids and stuff, and then there were a bunch of kids at the mountain too. But like, I would always keep a art bag on me, like an activities bag with crafts and stuff like that for different age groups too, and like have stuff for the kids to do when like the parents wanted to like hang loose or whatever. And sometimes I just have arts and crafts with the kids because
That's the best part about being a graphic artist and an illustrator, and a man child overall. I've got games, movies, cartoons. I've got canvases, papers, crayons. If you're gonna go with crayons, Miss Casey, I highly recommend their Crayola makes a new series where they're twistable crayons instead of just the plain open crayons. It's like a pin, and you twist it, and the crayon comes out the end much less mess.
Yeah, until she learns how to twist it.
Well, I bet these are
those Mr. Clean things that clean the wall, clean the crayon off the wall.
Yeah,
you can use a dryer sheet, and it works like that too, just in case.
Oh, nice.
Well,
it's like a dollar store one. It's like ghetto, but it does take off most of it.
I have drawing paper here and stuff. She used to come over, and I'd give her a piece of paper and a pencil, and she'd sit and draw for hours.
Water paints are a lot of fun too.
Yeah, she's
easy cleanup. Well,
mm-hmm.
I would suggest getting like those cheap old dollar store picnic tablecloths. I used to carry those in my bag too, and then we'd spread those out and sit down with crafts. Or if you can find them on clearance or anything like that, I'm a big fan. So
whenever there are little ones that come here, they always have fun. I mean, because I've got a ton of musical instruments, all the art supplies anybody could ever want, cartoons, video games. I mean, I am the walking definition of a man child and a Gemini, I guess I'd say. Just
That's the way to be, though.
Yeah, I mean, I literally play and goof off for a living. That's it. I do everything. Remember those guys in high school that would sit in the back of algebra class, probably stoned, goofing off?
Pictures.
Yeah, and everything that they did in the back of that classroom, that's what I do for a living.
Yeah.
I remember you saying one time that they were like the teacher that you sent her your first drawing or something like that. I remember you talking about how they told you that you'd never make a living that way doing.
Oh yeah. And Miss Stevenson, she was my algebra teacher. I got in trouble in class one day, and I mean, I was always the artist and cut up. Like I got the most talented in high school all the way through it and everything. And that was, I was
Bless you.
I was an only child and in a kind of a rural community, and there was just nothing to do. And so I spent, even as a really, really small child, I mean, my parents didn't want me making noise. Bless you again. Goodness. And so the one thing I could do to not get in trouble or not get spanked or, whatever, I could sit down with a piece of paper and a crayon or a pen or a marker or whatever. If I was drawing, if I disappeared into that world, I could escape this other world, and I could not get my butt tanned,
Yeah.
for
art
being
and dueling.
around.
Art and dueling is a form of meditation too. A lot of I know several intuitives who use art to intuit. Well, I know a few, but
Well, Miss Stevenson was not impressed. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was drawing some lowbrow humor things back in the day, but I remember, that little speech. She got really mad because I had just gotten into an argument with her. I was taking algebra and something else. It doesn't matter. She had gotten mad at me for getting all the answers right on a test, but I failed to show my work. And she tried to fail me on that test, and I made an official protest. I was like, wait a minute. If X is supposed to equal 4 and I put 4 down on that piece of paper, just because I'm not showing my work doesn't mean I didn't do it. There's the answer. And we got into this huge thing. I mean, my mom had to come down to school. I mean, it was kind of ugly. And then because of that, there were a few students that also had correct answers, but didn't, quote unquote, show their work. And none of us were going to be, Einsteins. We just weren't going there. and so it was only like a week later that she was in class. I'm sitting there in the back drawing my little cartoons, doing my thing, and she just got super, super irritated and just went off. I mean, she was so pissed, and she starts screaming at me and yelling at me in this class about these dumb cartoons and how I was never going to do anything, and wasn't going to go anywhere, wasn't going to be anybody. And
little did she know how the world would change.
right. And so
Wow.
after they put me on the news and I'd worked for the White House for the second time by request, I sent her a cake to the school. It was a German chocolate cake with the coconut cream icing and everything. And
wasn't she allergic or something?
Yeah, she was allergic to chocolate and coconuts.
Oh,
and
God.
I sent it in the shape of a bird. And not an eagle. But yeah, but I mean, it was one of those things where I honestly, I felt kind of sorry for her. I felt sorry for her because she was just one of those people that she really loved math and she enjoyed teaching it, but she had gotten to the point where she was so bitter because she did not keep up with the rest of the world or the outside world. And so as kids grew up,
unfortunately,
and generations went by, she, was losing her cool with it. Yeah. I mean, she literally lost her love of teaching because she just didn't relate to the kids anymore, And I mean, I felt bad for her, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that you get the right to, lord over a bunch of people because they don't want to do what you want to do.
You shouldn't take it on the kids.
And unfortunately, she tried to take it out on me, and I was the wrong one to take it out on because
So the two teachers I remember the most in elementary school was Mr. Krickenberger and Mrs. Morgan. Mrs. Morgan was our teacher, and she taught us all kinds of interesting stuff. That's why I do all a multitude of crafts, right? Mr. Krickenberger read us interesting books. He had a vivid imagination. He encouraged us to have an imagination and everything. And it's funny, years later when my husband was working for RTD, and they had like a little drivers, uh, like a little drivers group bar. And my ex used to go down there, and he'd come once in a while, come pick him up. I was down there one day, and I saw Mr. Krickenberger. He was so embarrassed because he was a taxi driver. He had retired from the school system and became a taxi driver.
Yeah.
I just think nothing of it. I was excited to see him, know he was okay, you know. But yeah, he inspired, you know.
Yeah, I got a similar story there. The principal that I complained to many years later, he left the education system just because, you know, I mean, he had made principal and wasn't.
I know. Well,
It just there wasn't any room to grow there, so he went into software sales, and then many years later, I was working for this software company doing graphics, and he came in to try to sell me some kind of software system thing, and he didn't. I looked extremely different than I did in school,
yeah.
and he sat there in my office for about 10 minutes giving me some spiel, and I was like, Mr. Gilbert, you don't even realize who you're talking to, do you? But yeah, and the one thing that bothers me about your story there, Miss Casey, is that you had they had a driver's bar. Wow, it's a sign of the times. I realized that they were just going to the bar after work.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a driver's bar.
Yeah. It's not that unheard of. I mean, rest stops have all that shit.
Well, you know, like some of the lodges, like the Odd Fellows, and well, it was my sister's husband belonged to the Moose Lodge, and they had a members only bar, you know, where they would all go in and drink and stuff. This was like a driver's members only bar, also. Yeah, it was, yeah. But he came in to get some change and just drop some things off for somebody and stuff, and he was all embarrassed. But I didn't care. I was just happy to see him, you know.
Yeah. My principal, he wasn't embarrassed about what he did. He just he kind of did a double take when, you know, I explained who I was, and he I mean, I did look much different than I did in high school, and this was many years later. But
yeah, he
sat there in my office giving me that you know, his sales pitch for a little while, and I finally had to stop him, and he was like, "Wow, yeah, you were one of my kids," and yeah, you ought to recognize me. I spent enough time in your damn office. By the way, no, we're not buying your software.
So it's funny because you made me think of I was taking a A+ class on how to repair computers, right? And they had sent us downtown Denver, and we're going to this class with 2 women and 8 men, and I'm watching this guy. I've only seen owners twice in my life. One, I walked into the credit union one day and I saw this gal with purple stripes going across her. And I told her, I said, "Are you going through some kind of changes in your life?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm learning to like myself." I said, "Okay, that explains the purple stripes there." I asked him because I kept seeing flashes of purple. I said, "Are you going through changes in your life?" He goes, "No, not really." And I was talking to the other 2 gals. We went to lunch, and I said, "I keep seeing these flashes of purple around it." Purple can also represent passion. He was so passionate about computers and what he was teaching that it was coming out in purple flashes at me. I thought that was interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah. That I would pick up on that. Yeah.
Usually anybody that is into tech or computers or things like that are going to be extremely passionate about it because it's a field that's exploded in the past, even in just the past 30 years. It's just leaps and bounds. I know my first Mac, I mean, I've got a thumbnail drive on my keychain that I keep stuff on. If I go anywhere, I can just hand off files or whatever. My phone has more computing power than my first computer.
Yeah.
I think my first computer, the hard drive was only like 500 megabytes.
Yeah.
I think our phones have more power than the first computer used to launch the first moon missions.
Don't give me that moon business, Crystal. I can feel you
calm
going
down,
there.
flat earther.
Yeah. There's no way we went to the moon back then.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sure there's plenty of people that would argue that. And, if they actually made it, hey, good on them. I'm not one of these people that's conspiracy and blah, blah, blah. Conspiracy theories are interesting and everything, but just the temperament of man and the lack of technology with what we know about open space right now, I don't see it as possible. I mean, no, it didn't happen.
All that dark matter is all that dark matter they're obsessed with is the yet to be manifested. We take all that dark energy and create our reality with it.
Well, it's not even. You look once you get outside the Earth's atmosphere, you are, for one, the sheer amount of radiation that is in space, just the sheer amount of radiation coming off the sun.
Yeah.
There's no way they would have been able to protect. It's just there's too many things.
Why couldn't they
And
protect
it's
from
not even so
radiation
much.
back then? They used to test nukes all the time. I mean, they figured that stuff out, how to protect from radiation. They absolutely could have, and I really, yeah.
Well, but that's a lot like testing, products or whatever on lab mice or white mice to, see if it causes cancer or affects or whatever. Nobody ever bothered to think that maybe cancer is hereditary in white mice.
It kind of is. Whenever you're exposed to radiation, it activates those free radicals in your body, and then it creates cancer. Cancer is a group cluster of cells. Cells naturally die. They split 50 times and die. Cancer is a group of cells that continue to split, and then they morph. They don't fucking die. They just continue, and then they infect cells around them.
Right.
And
if they could stop that, cancer cells actually have a really, really amazing quality, because with continual nutrients and continual light or energy, a cancer cell wouldn't die. So if you could solve the problems of the cell reproduction and the cell morphing, if you can solve those two problems and then give yourself constant nutrients, constant sunlight, everything you need, if every cell in your body was cancerous, in theory, you would live forever, because a cancer cell will, if not.
Radiation is a form of light. I mean, your microwave is radiation. And it says it right there, microwave, which means micro means.
Well, everything is a vibration. I mean, if I play a musical instrument, that's a vibration, at a certain megahertz. And that's why I put up Rest Mojo. If I paint a picture, and it's got a red and a green and a blue or a yellow on it, all of those different colors are that color because they reflect light at a certain vibration.
I'm just saying they figured out a long time ago. Did you know that John Wayne died from what's it called? Colonal cancer.
Colorectal.
Yeah, colorectal cancer. He had pounds and pounds and pounds of waste in his gut that wouldn't process. But he had filmed on a set that was very close to nuclear testing, and they didn't understand about that then. And then all the people around it in that time got fucking cancer, and that's kind of where they started to be like, oh shit, maybe this ain't healthy.
Well, again, this is another reason why I'm going to juicing, and yes, I'll be including almonds in that. Be it almond milk or just having a couple almonds. And don't eat too many almonds.
All that juice, you're definitely going to cleanse yourself off.
3 a day.
Go drink your nut milk, JoJo.
Yeah. But I mean, you can also, there's tons of stuff you can do. But, both of my parents passed away of cancer. And with as many things as, yes, I've still got smoking. Shut up. I'll get there. But I've managed to cut out everything else, and I've come really far on my journey. So I'll cut that out too. And
good.
It's energetically and spiritually, it just seems like the right thing to do. Financially, it seems like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, if it feels good.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
into it, and now we can actually go to the moon. If enough people do this.
11 here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, I need to do that too before my dog eats my leg here.
Right. Well, I've had a blast. You guys are amazing. I love you all.
Good night, guys.
Wish you all the best motherfucking possible outcome, highest outcome.
Yep. Y'all take care, and Miss Casey, I'll send you some of the juicing recipes just so you can check them out.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Y'all have a good evening.
Good night.
Good night, guys. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.